Good evening, everyone, and good evening, Professor Baki, sir. Welcome, please. So, hope all of you are doing great, and we are set to start our webinar. Just one more minute, we'll wait, and then we'll get going. So, good evening, each and everyone. Welcome on behalf of GAD-MMTTC. Sir, you can check your audio before we
Yes,
start.
is it audible now?
Yeah, it's audible. Yeah, perfect.
Thank you. I think all the participants should have their videos on today.
We are requesting as many of you to please switch on your videos. We'll also like to, it should not be just one way. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I can see many of the familiar faces from different parts of our lovely country, India. So welcome each one of you. Okay, so here we go. Good evening, each and everyone. And let me just share my screen to take the proceedings further. So good evening, each and everyone. And I welcome on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center, also called as Guru Angad Dev Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center, formerly GAD-TLC, situated at STTP Khalsa College, University of Delhi. I welcome each one of you in the national webinar on artificial intelligence and future of education. And I think it will not be exaggerating to say, Professor Bakshi sir, that we welcome the future and AI in education through this webinar. So
Yes.
the registration link is still open and you can register if you have not yet, because the participation is free, but the certification will be on a nominal payment. So the links are here that you can scan the QR code, and my center bank details are there in this particular form. And those who are already registered, they are, I'm sure they are on board. And if still there is some technical issue, please join through the YouTube. My team is sharing the YouTube link as well. So even if some of your colleagues are not able to join right now on Zoom, you can tell them to join on our YouTube channel. So with these words, welcome on behalf of UGC-MMTTC, a center of Ministry of Education and University Grants Commission, under the umbrella of this new flagship program, which is Malviya Mission Teacher Training Program. And I also welcome you on behalf of my management at Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Khalsa College, a constituent college of University of Delhi. We are seeking blessings from Guru Angad Dev Ji, the second of the 10 Sikh Gurus. Since 2016, when we initiated this teachers training venture through the GAD-TLC, we named it as Guru Angad Dev Teaching Learning Center. So we are continuing seeking the blessings of Guru Angad Dev Ji. And this flagship program is named as Malviya Mission Teacher Training Program in the honor of Bharat Ratna Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya ji, in the leadership of our Prime Minister Modi ji. So I welcome each one of you with a virtual bouquet of flower. All the administrators, teachers, research scholars, and all other participants who have joined from different parts of our lovely country, India. And I also welcome on behalf of my core team, and also I would like to mention my gratitude to those who are not present today in this core team. Professor Ved Prakash sir, former chairman UGC, Professor Jaswinder Singh, former principal SCTB Khalsa College, University of Delhi, and Professor Surinder Kaur, acting principal SCTB Khalsa College, University of Delhi. And in the core team, Professor A.K. Bakshi sir, who has been mentoring since more than a decade, not only this, but the 3 national level centers that we have amongst us for delivering the very first session, and he will be also the panelist when we take the question answer session at the end. So welcome, Professor Bakshi, sir. I am Vimal Rar, who is the program director of this center, and I am also a professor in Department of Chemistry, SGTB, Khalsa College, University of Delhi. I'll also like to mention that I'm also the member of expert committee for this entire scheme at UGC for formulating the guidelines and taking it further. So today, the two speakers will be ourselves, Professor Bakshi and myself. Professor Bakshi, I'll introduce, although he again doesn't need any introduction. But before I do that, let me tell you briefly about what is this MMTTC. Now, many of you are already aware, but still, I'm sure there will be some more who will require this information, because in this changing time after the NEP 2020, so many new nomenclatures and the policy documents are coming. So when any teacher in higher education joins the service, there is a mandatory faculty induction program to be done, which is a 1-month program. And then at different stages of our service, we have to complete various FDPs, refresher courses, and other training programs which come from the guidance of UGC or Ministry of Education. And till now, it was being done under two names. One were 67 UGC's HRDCs, spread it across the country in different universities, and others were the centers, some TLCs, some schools of education, some faculty development centers, to name, under the Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission on Teacher and Teaching Scheme. Now, since 5th September 2023, they both have been joined and given a single name, that each center will be called as Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center. So there are total of now, as on date, 112 centers, and the vision is to build competencies in the faculty for better teaching, learning, and research by exposing them to Indian values, updating knowledge and skills, and aligning teaching, learning, and research with the needs of the society and NEP 2020. So actually, now these are the implementation strategies where different training modules are being evolved, and most of them will be fully funded by the Ministry of Education, UGC, and some of them will be partially funded, and some of these programs we can do in collaboration on a self-sustainable basis as well. So the 112 MMTTs primarily will be conducting NEP orientation and sensitization program. This is a 8 days program spread it across 2 weeks, and every center will be doing 2 programs in a month. Then faculty induction program, short-term programs, FDPs, refresher program, webinars, workshop, conference, and so on. So the idea is how we can take all the changes happening in terms of the domain knowledge, or in terms of the research methodologies, or the changes happening, or in terms of the policy awareness, or it is in terms of integration of the newer pedagogies or technologies. So under this ambit, you can see today's webinar is giving you awareness about how the artificial intelligence will be integrated in education. It will be a glimpse, and we are planning a detailed FDP as well on the hands-on part. Especially this NEP orientation and sensitization program, there are 10 structured modules. The entire syllabi, you can say, or the curriculum has been given by ministry to us, and all these we are transacting in 8 days, 2 sessions every day in online mode. And our center is doing so much comfortable time as per your requirement, from 5 to 8 p.m. So look at when you enroll in any program, then what is your comfort time, and accordingly you decide, because so many centers are doing, but the different part comes in terms of timings, and also in terms of the delivery by which particular expert. So let me assure that here we have the national level experts who are themselves the policy makers, and we are taking it in a very active mode. And let me tell you that more than 1,000 teachers we have already trained under this scheme, and our April batch is on. and most even there we have already booking, but then we are also opening the May batches, so you can do the registration there. So 2 FDPs are now open. One is on the AI tools for e-content development and teaching learning. So what you are seeing today is an overview, but then what all detailed hands-on you can do, you can register on this particular FDP, which is being conducted in self-sustainable mode by us. So all these highlights will be there. The NEP sensitization and orientation program is free. The FDP on AI, we are charging because it is on sustainable basis, but this is fully funded by Ministry of Education. So you have to just fill the Google form and you have to wait because first come, first serve basis, we are taking and adjusting in our different batches. So, but do register in advance so that you can avail this particular program and the sessions by national level experts on the different themes that I told you. So coming back on this national webinar on artificial intelligence and future of education. I think we all agree we are seeing the AI seamlessly entering each and every area. We may not feel, but since last 5 years, it has already started affecting our lives. When you write mails, you can see it is automatically giving you prompts depending upon how you are conversing with it in earlier mails. Similarly, on your phone, when you are putting the chats in different apps, there is already so much learning which is doing and giving you when you need it. But then this is just a small thing that I have told. We have to understand what are the nuances, what is this artificial intelligence and how it will be able to make a difference in all our lives as teachers in our institutions and through us, obviously, to our students so that we can prepare them for the 21st century needs, and they include the students getting equipped in AI tools. Unless or until we train ourselves, we start using, I think the students will not be comfortable, and we also have to be looking at the ethical angle around this. So all this we are going to deliberate in today's national webinar on artificial intelligence and future of education. The registration link, as I told you, is still open if you need certificate, but otherwise you can join for the learning component. The various events that we keep on conducting, we cannot reach each and every group, although we try to, but then I will recommend all those who want to get connected and know what are the various FDPs, some programs that we are going to conduct, because now many of them will be fully sponsored as well. So don't leave that opportunity. The very first information we put is in our Telegram group, and this is the Telegram link and the QR code. You can scan and join, and please watch at least a week. Once a week, you should check this Telegram link, make a reminder to yourself. Otherwise, you may miss on because now we have a network of such a large number of teachers. We have trained more than 85,000 participants. It is impossible for us to take it to each and everyone. So please be with us through the Telegram link. So with these words, let me now welcome Professor A.K. Bakshi sir, founder, Vice Chancellor, PDM University, Bahadurgarh, and former Vice Chancellor, UP RTOU, Allahabad, former Executive Director, Tertiary Education Commission, Mauritius, body equivalent to University Grants Commission in India. Professor Bakshi has also been Head Department of Chemistry, Director of CPDHE, now the UGC-MMTTC at Delhi University, Director of Institute of Lifelong Learning of Delhi University. He has also been a visiting professor at GGS IP University in Delhi. He has also been the chairman at GAD-TLC, since its inception, and member of the Standing Committee of National Mission on Education through ICT, Government of India. He was also the chairman of the Content Advisory Committee for Chemistry for the Sakshat portal of the MHRD, Government of India, the very first initiative in creating the digital resources for the teachers of school as well as higher education. A double gold medalist, record breaker, and recipient of several awards and academic honors, Professor Bakshi was felicitated 2 times for his outstanding contributions to education by the former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Professor Bakshi is the co-author of more than 200 research and education articles, 1 patent, 11 books, 51 e-books or books as in different capacities, and also various modules in EPG Pathshala and Arpit programs of Ministry of Education, UGC. Professor Bakshi is one of the most sought after speakers in the country, having delivered more than, I think, more than even 1,000, because I have uh, witnessed that in the last 4 years since Corona, he is there almost in every day on some or the other theme. Professor Bakshi is also a member of the National Writing Team for Chemistry Class 11 12 books of NCRT and is the president of the section of Chemical Sciences of Indian Science Congress Association. He has also been a member of various committees of national and international importance. Professor Bakshi was also recently felicitated by Union Minister Smriti Zubin Irani for his outstanding contribution as Chairman GAD-TLC in the professional development of teachers of the country. He is also one of the first persons from universities in India to have been selected as member scientist of the research expedition to Antarctica, and this expedition built India's permanent base, the Dakshin Gangotri in Antarctica. I think this is a unique thing as compared to any other academician. So, with these words, I welcome Professor A.K. Bakshi sir to deliver his talk on this particular theme. So, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Professor Vimal, for your kind words of introduction. And good evening, one and all. It's indeed a great pleasure and a privilege to be a part of this national webinar, and that also on a very important theme: artificial intelligence and future of education. You know why this idea came to us? Because it is perhaps for the first time that our center is conducting a program on artificial intelligence. You know, there is so much talk about artificial intelligence. Every day we read in newspapers, everywhere, it comes. And we also know that it is going to have a big impact on education in the years to come. And because of that, roles of the teachers and the students are going to change significantly. Therefore, we thought that it is quite possible and probable that many of us may not be knowing much about artificial intelligence. Keeping those things in mind, we worked on it and then we decided to have this webinar today. Let me tell you at the very outset that we are only educationists. We are not technical experts. But whatsoever in-depth understanding we have, the purpose through this webinar is to share that with you. So that you know, and then, once that initiation is done, you on your own can also go into the depth of the various topics. So in that way, it is going to be an introductory talk on artificial intelligence and future of education. And I will have about 80 to 90 minutes. And in this, I will try to cover whatsoever I think is important. So before I start my talk, let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible and I am audible. Please
Yes, sir.
confirm it.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Thank you, Vimal. Thank you very much. And as you can see, the title of my talk is Artificial Intelligence and Future of Education in the 21st Century. And let me tell you at the very outset that this is for the first time that I am delivering a talk on artificial intelligence. But then I also wanted to learn, and with that intention, I have prepared this talk. So, this is the title, and this talk is going to be an introductory talk focusing on artificial intelligence and its impact on education. And the structure of this talk is just in two parts. First, I will talk about the fundamentals of artificial intelligence without going into the technical details. And part second will be the applications of artificial intelligence in education. So that is how this talk has been planned. So coming to part one, the fundamentals of artificial intelligence, the first question which comes to our mind is, what is artificial intelligence? I would rather start from still more basic term, and that is, what is intelligence? See, intelligence is the ability to understand or learn or think or deal with new or trying solutions or even problem solving, etc. So this is the simple definition of intelligence. Now here we are talking about artificial intelligence. So we are now talking about the intelligence of machines. Therefore, artificial intelligence can be said to be a simulation of human intelligence into a computer machine so that it can think and act like a human. And artificial systems, whatsoever we use in our day-to-day life or whatsoever they will come in future, they have been designed to simulate or replicate human cognitive abilities. See where the research has reached. We are able to replicate human cognitive abilities such as perception, reasoning, understanding languages, recognizing voices and images, learning and problem solving, etc. So machines will be able to do all this. So that is basically the definition of artificial intelligence. One thing we should be very clear that it is not a particular technology. It is a combination of many technologies. It encompasses so many technologies that work together to enable devices to function with an intelligence that is as human-like as possible. And please remember that artificial intelligence is part of Industrial Revolution 4, which the world is presently going through. And you all know, I understand, that in history, there have been many industrial revolutions, but before that should also keep it in mind that when we say that it is a technology, what is the meaning of technology? See, technology in simple language is the application of scientific knowledge to practical use in human life. So, the foundation is scientific knowledge. The science of today is the technology of tomorrow. And since scientific knowledge is growing very fast, therefore technology is also evolving almost every day. And so is the case with artificial intelligence. And this artificial intelligence is a part of the Industrial Revolution 4, which I just mentioned. In history, There have been many industrial revolutions. And all industrial revolutions were revolutions because of technological developments at that time. We had 1, 2, 3. And one thing you can notice here, that in the beginning, one industrial revolution followed the other almost after 100 years. But now our technology is growing so fast that within 10 years or 20 years, we are going to have a new industrial revolution. So AI, that is artificial intelligence, is a part of Industrial Revolution 4. And that is linked with Education 4. We should be very clear that Industrial Revolution, education system, and society, they are all interlinked. Each historical industrial revolution creates a system of education that addresses its needs. Because for the workforce, for the industrial revolution, has to come out of the education system. So they are interlinked. And this further brings about changes in the society. That is why for Industrial Revolution 4, we have Education 4, then we have Society 4.0 like that. So this linking should be clear to all of us. And please remember, technology in education, as we will see, is a journey and not a destination. Many and many new technologies are evolving day by day. And we have seen during Corona pandemic how technology, that is ICT, helped us and totally changed the education scenario. And these are some of the technologies which people think they will drive the change in future. Future is going to be on these technologies. Look at them. Artificial intelligence, robotics, self-driving vehicles, autonomous vehicles, cloud computing, Internet of Things, 3D printing, quantum computing, biotechnology, augmented reality, virtual reality. These are going to rule over the world, I think, in the next whatsoever time we have in the 21st century. So this is going to be, all these technologies are going to be disruptive technologies. Having said that, we are here more interested in artificial intelligence. And there are very common examples of the applications of artificial intelligence in our day-to-day life. We use them. Look at the Google Maps. How you come to know about all the details? It is through artificial intelligence. If you upload a photo on a social networking site, your friends in the photograph are recognized and tagged automatically in Facebook, etc. Again, it is artificial intelligence. The intelligent digital personal assistant like Siri, Google Now, Cortana, Alexa, they are all powered by artificial intelligence. And then, these are the key areas which are key things, which these digital assistants can help us. They offer you sustainable service, personal one-to-one assistance, quick and accurate responses, predict and offer suggestions based on past interactions, step-by-step process, and all these are done by these intelligent digital assistants. The message which I want to say is, we use them, but perhaps we may not be aware that all these are artificial intelligence powered. But then please remember, there are certain things which at present artificial intelligence cannot do. For example, these are the 10 things which that intelligent assistant cannot do. Common sense reasoning, it cannot. Understanding abstract concepts, no. Creativity, no. Emotions and consciousness, not. Task involving complex unstructured data, empathy and compassion, and so on. These are the things which artificial intelligence at present cannot do. And here I am reminded of the fact somebody quoted that emotions are essential parts of human intelligence. But without emotional intelligence, artificial intelligence will remain incomplete. But that's the case at present. We have to accept it. Then there are many other examples. Look at it. Search engine like Google, content recommendations by Netflix or YouTube, self-driving vehicles, facial recognition, computer games. They are all examples of applications of artificial intelligence. So having said that, little more fundamentals, we have to keep it in mind that artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science. And this term AI was coined in 1956 by John McCarthy. He's an American computer scientist. I think he's no more. He passed away in 2011. And these are the pictures of the main people. These are the leaders in the field of artificial intelligence. John McCarthy, whose picture you can see, he is the father of artificial intelligence. There are others like Alan Turing, Marvin Minsky, Alan Newell, and Herbert A. Sain. They have all significantly contributed. And the main breakthrough came in 1956, where this person, John McCarthy, introduced and coined the term artificial intelligence. This is a picture of that event in 1956. You can see at the top, right side, John McCarthy. I think he was at that time 29 or 30-year-old when he coined the term artificial intelligence. Although we are talking about artificial intelligence today, but it has a long history. In 1950s, it started, then 1955, 74, computers became faster, then 2000 landmark, and progress has been going on. But in the modern times, it has achieved big breakthroughs. That is why it has become a talk of the town. And then also remember that artificial intelligence is a disruptive technology. What is the meaning of disruptive? Disruptive means which has totally transformed the way people and businesses operate. Totally, it has changed. And as we will see later on, it is going to totally transform the education scenario in the world. And many more things are going to come. So artificial intelligence will provide solutions to many challenges which we face. It would be more prudent to say that artificial intelligence is becoming more and more intelligent day by day and is taking the world by storm. But there is a difference between human intelligence and artificial intelligence. We should not be forgetting that. See, human intelligence uses their brain, memory, and cognitive abilities. Whereas artificial intelligence relies on the data provided by the humans. This is a very big difference. Because ultimately, any artificial intelligence system runs on the data which we provide. And if the data is wrong, system will not respond properly. So this is a very big difference. Then there are many other differences between human intelligence and artificial intelligence. You can see here, artificial intelligence created by human intelligence, that is what divine, then process information at slow rate, that is at fast. One more thing is that it uses 25 watt human intelligence power, whereas artificial intelligence is just like a digital machine, computer. It uses just 2 watt, so less power. Then human intelligence is subjective, highly subjective, whereas artificial intelligence is highly objective. So these are the salient differences between the two. And now, even in the world, people are talking about machine creativity. That means, would machines be ever able to match the creative output of a talented human? That's the question now being put in the world. because they think that we too are also machines. Because humans are also like machines, they take it like that. So this is a challenge which are there. Now I come to second thing which is important in fundamentals, machine learning and deep learning. These are the two terms which are often used interchangeably with artificial intelligence. Some people use them in the same way. But please remember, they are all linked. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Machine learning focuses on enabling computers to perform tasks without explicit programming, whereas deep learning is a subset in which the learning is based on artificial neural networks. Now you may ask, what are these neural networks? Neurons, I have written it. Neurons are like tiny messengers in the brain that send and receive messages throughout our body, allowing us to think, feel, move, and interact with the world around us. That is neurons. So deep learning deals with artificial neural networks. So artificial neural networks mimic the way the human brain operates. So deep learning works like that only. So these are the major differences. And one more technical difference, which I don't like to go to the details, that the major difference between deep learning and machine learning is the way data is presented to the machine. Machine learning algorithms usually require structured data, whereas deep learning require artificial neural networks. That's how they predict the various things. I can give you one example very quick. These are the examples of machine learning. They learn from past experience. Look at this. If I say 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, find the missing number, you can immediately guess that it will be 64. How did you arrive at 64? Because the calculation must have taken in your brain. So you have your experience taught us. So you learn from the experience. That is how the machines also learn. Some other examples of machine learning are Gmail automatically classifies mail spam and non-spam. Again, it is because of machine learning. YouTube recommends you to watch videos of certain genre. How? Again, it is an example of machine learning. Flipkart or Amazon sometimes recommend you to buy the products of your choice. You must be wondering, how do they come to know your buying preferences? Did you buy together? No. But again, this is an example of machine learning. Deep learning is, as I said, like artificial neural networks. It is here the computers learn the way the children learn. Children, they repeat words and movements of adults to learn. That is how the deep learning takes place. Driverless car, smartphones, gadgets, Internet of Things, they are examples of deep learning. Now I come to the third thing which must be in your mind, that how do artificial intelligence systems work? It's a very complicated thing, but I will try to make it as non-technical as possible. See, in order to make artificial intelligence machines perform tasks with minimum human intervention, all these artificial intelligence machines are programmed to create a knowledge base. Once the knowledge base is created, then they make decisions based on that. They can also learn from the past experience, as I showed you. So that is how knowledge base is very important. And knowledge base comes from the data. Knowledge base, as you can see, is a store of information consisting of facts, assumptions, and rules, which an artificial intelligence system can use for decision making. Now, this is given by us. That is why, human intervention is coming. If the data is wrong, then the entire system will be wrong. So that is why it is said that artificial intelligence system starts with the relevant data collection. That is the beginning. Data is like the lifeblood of artificial intelligence. And data is not only number. Please remember it. Data could be from various sources. Data could be in the form of speech, text, image, context, outcomes. And once data is there, then artificial intelligence system make use of algorithms and computational models. They process that data and then extract information or pattern out of that. That's how you can take it in a very simple way. Data could be structured or unstructured. Structured means highly organized data with a clear format, whereas unstructured is it lacks the predefined structure. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to keep it in mind that data is the lifeblood of artificial intelligence. Data is the fuel that powers artificial intelligence innovation and enables machine to mimic human intelligence. Whether it is in education, healthcare, finance, or entertainment, data-driven artificial intelligence is transforming every sector and shaping the future. So, this is one picture which I want all of you to remember how artificial intelligence system is designed. See, neither I am expert nor I want you to become expert, but you should know the steps. First point, as you can see, is through artificial intelligence, what you want to achieve, what is the nature of the problem, what the possible outcomes you want, you should be clear. That is number one. Number two is what data you use for achieving that objective. Data is very crucial, as I mentioned. Whether it is clean data, everything organized right. Then once the data is given, then you select the algorithm. Algorithm is the set of steps you use which take you to achieve your solution of your problem. So selecting the algorithms is the next step. Then you train the algorithms, because once you select the algorithm, you get some result. If results are not good, then you modify the algorithm. That we call as training the algorithm. And in this entire process, you select a proper programming language and then also a platform, which is the learning management system through which you work. So that is how in these 6 steps, artificial intelligence system is designed. So, ladies and gentlemen, in this, I just wanted for you to keep it in mind that without data, artificial intelligence would simply lack the foundation it needs to operate effectively. That's the point you have to keep it in mind. And all artificial intelligence innovations, whatsoever we see today, they are all based on the nature of data. For example, look at this. We have artificial intelligence devices which can do face and voice recognition. Now, face and voice recognition, you need a proper data. Then speech recognition, you need some data for that purpose. Translation of languages, again, data. Then machine vision, you can see, machines can see the images just like humans see. Again, it is only possible through data. Then driverless vehicles, again, artificial intelligence. But what data you give to them, that is important. Google Map, you are continuously getting data which helps you in those, Google Maps or driverless cars. Then industrial robots, chatbots, and virtual agents. So all of them, the data varies, but ultimately the data is, and this list is increasing day by day. Now look at these 3, Google, Wolfram Alpha, and ChatGPT. Everybody uses them. In each one of them, you interact and you give a single line text entry and it provides you text results. Google, what will Google do if you put something? It will return the search results, a list of web pages and articles that will provide information related to the search queries. That is what Google does. We all use it. It is a search engine. Then Wolfram Alpha is answer engine. It gives answers to the various computing problems. So these are the problems which are mathematical and data analysis related. So it is a different approach. Algorithms are different, data is different. And ChatGPT, what does it do? ChatGPT ultimately gives you a response based on the context and intent behind a user's question. Now look at one thing. You cannot ask Google to write a story for you. But you can always ask ChatGPT to do that. So where the difference is? The difference is in the data and the algorithms. So these are the things, why this is different, why that is different, why that is different. This one can understand based on that. And then, all these ultimately results are systems have a learning management system. We know SWAM platform in ICT. That is a learning management system. But here the learning management system is artificial intelligence based learning. So this is a learning management system. It is a digital platform, but it incorporates artificial intelligence technologies. And these are very popular artificial intelligence powered learning platforms, which are becoming very, very popular in the world. Now, before I move further, I would like to very quickly tell you what is the status of research and development on artificial intelligence in India. See, in India, we have not been doing very well in artificial intelligence. Whether it is the government or the companies, most of them are focusing on artificial intelligence applications, not on research and development. See, just as India has been leader in space, in nuclear energy, in agriculture, in IT, in artificial intelligence, not yet. And even in applications, much of the work is at the mid and lower ends of the spectrum. India is not even in the top 10 nations when it comes to artificial intelligence research. And according to the experts, the race currently in the world is between US, China, and the European Union, where the US is in the lead. India has not yet even entered the race. This is the status of artificial intelligence research in India. Not much is being done. But still, now they are becoming active. This has been launched. Artificial intelligence mission has been launched by the Prime Minister Scientific, Technological, and Innovation Advisory Council. This has been launched that, it will address the societal needs in areas such as healthcare, education, agriculture, how AI efforts can be helpful there. So this mission will work with extensive academic industry interactions on developing core research capability. Now, it has just started now in India. Even India's National Artificial Intelligence Portal has been launched. This is a one-stop digital platform for artificial intelligence related developments in India. So these are the developments, but still we have to go far. But I just wanted you to know that where we stand as a country in respect of artificial intelligence research and development. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was part one. I have touched the salient features. I have touched all those things which I thought could be the question in any person's mind. What is artificial intelligence? How does it work? What are machine learning? What is deep learning? All those things. Any beginner would like to know. That is why I have tried to put it. Now I come to the second part, which is the main part, and that is the applications of artificial intelligence in education. Believe you me, and you will agree, artificial intelligence is transforming the world. And artificial intelligence has many uses and applications applications in different sectors, including education. Look at all these sectors: manufacturing, gaming, government, healthcare, finance, education, business, automobile. Everywhere you will find artificial intelligence now. But we will be focusing only on artificial intelligence in education. And if I may say so, what I think is artificial intelligence is revolutionizing the way we are going to teach and learn in the future. As a matter of fact, artificial intelligence is going to redefine education in the world. It will have altogether different approach. Let's see how it happens. See, what is education after all? Education is the process of facilitating learning, whether formal, informal, non-formal, any education you may say, ultimately you learn. But here we are talking about formal education, what we have in schools, colleges, universities. From education, do you do the learning? And learning can be only in three things: knowledge, mental skills, that is cognitive domain. Then skills, manual, physical skills. And then personality, values, attitudes, psychomotor, and affective domains. So that is how education leads to learning, and then these three things. And these three things ultimately make you achieve the goal of education. What is that? Responsible citizen, good human being, and competent professional. These three are the main goals of education. Now, why I am showing this slide, you may ask the question, because this will always be valid. Any time in the world history, it was the same thing. The things which have changed is the way education is imparted. That is, in the beginning, you can see the methods of imparting education have changed. Learning has always been the goal, and all the rest of the things. Now, technological developments, including artificial intelligence, are gradually changing the way the education is imparted in the 21st century. And you have already seen during Corona pandemic how things changed. Now we talk about e-learning and MOOCs. Virtual labs are there. Then assessment online, everything online. That is again impact. But now we are going one step ahead. That is artificial intelligence. And quality education in the 21st century will always be these three things. Ultimately, knowledge, disciplinary, interdisciplinary, and practical knowledge. Then 21st century skills, which are a set of abilities which each one of us should have. And then domain-specific skills. And then your personality, values, attitude, traits. Ultimately, education has to focus on these three things, and these three things will ultimately determine your competence. Even if one of these three things is weak, your competence will be affected. Now, having said that, in imparting education, 4 important components are there. One is the teacher is ultimately the pivot of the education system. You can see teacher. Then curriculum, what you teach, the total learning experience. Pedagogy, how you teach. Assessment, how you assess your students. So ultimately in education, always these 4 things would be there. And technology has changed each of these components. And this slide is the best, which will tell you the impact of artificial intelligence on education. Look at this. If you look at the traditional education, it was a teacher-centric pedagogy, talk and chalk method. We had static content, books were there, notes we were taking in the class, on our registers, all that. That is a part of traditional education system. Large classrooms, teacher focusing on finishing syllabus, all activities. Then the basic assumption is that everybody learns in the same way, which is wrong, of course, but that is what traditional education was. Then came online education, ICT. Again, technologies. Notice, method is still teacher-centric. MOOCs and e-learning became popular. E-content became popular. Earlier, it was static content. Static content is one which can be printed. E-content you cannot print. It is offered through online. So e-content is generally multimedia enriched static content where you have audios, videos, etc. And now, we are having artificial intelligence based education where it is going to be a personalized learning, personalized education, individualized education, I can say. And the content will be smart content. Smart content means any person who views the content, it will be as per his needs. The content will also change. So that is how you can understand how technology is changing the way education is imparted. We all have seen traditional education. We have been part of that. Online, we are looking at that presently. We are all doing online education. But slowly we are moving towards artificial intelligence-based education. And that is where the world is heading to. So first thing which will come in artificial intelligence education is the teacher, who is the pivot. There we are now going to have robot teachers. In physical education physical teacher, talk and chalk method, you write, students take notes, etc. In online, again, the teacher is there, but you deliver lectures in online, in blended mode or in hybrid mode, ICT is there. But now teacher would be replaced, or teacher is mainly a robot teacher, AI powered. And robotics combines so many things, science, engineering, and technology. And it helps you to design, construct, operate, and use machines which are programmed. Please remember here, machines are programmed to replicate, substitute, or assist humans in completing various tasks. These machines are called robots. So this is just a basic thing. Again, these are computer machines. Again, their programming is based on data and algorithm, etc. And we can have various types of robots. Bomb disposal robots, surgeries done with the help of robots, pets are there. Then even people are now talking about robot spouses. So various types of robots are possible. And then robot teachers have now come. Even this robot teacher has come in India. Indus School in Bangalore has come out with robots teacher. This is an artificial intelligence empowered teacher. Students will ask questions through commands. Then answers will come with 100% precision. So the question is, these teachers may replace human teachers in future. That is how the trend is going to be. And in making a robot or making a robot teacher, so many technology are required. Look at this, what I have written. While making a robot that can see, talk, walk, sense, and learn, you apply many technologies, numerous technologies. But for the learning part, we are more interested in learning. It will be the machine learning, which I mentioned earlier, that will help robot do the learning part. And what robot teachers will be able to do, let's look at that. They are programmed to communicate in the language learners speak. They have been trained like that. They will be able to teach as well as answer questions of the learners. They will never be tired. They will mark learners, record marks, as well as give instant feedback. They will play games with the learners and make learning interesting and fun. That is how the world is going to move to. And then advantages of the robot teachers are going to be, they will always be energetic, always on time, no sickness. They won't be making any technical mistakes, such as marking learners wrongly, etc. No favoritism, because they do not have any feelings or emotions. So these are some of the advantages. But human teachers will always be required because human teachers wear many hats. Look at this. Who will tell robots what to teach learners? That will be told only by human teachers. Because human teachers will be required to update robots with information learner needs to be taught. So human teachers are again required. Who will give empathy and motivation to the learners, students, teacher, human teacher? Who will solve disputes of the learners, like a lawyer, human teachers? Who will make learners feel better, like a doctor, human teachers? So human teachers would always be required because only a human teacher can bring real connection, socialization, and creativity to the class. So although we are moving ahead with technology, but then human teachers are also, you cannot work without them. And as a matter of fact, in future, teachers will have to work hand in hand with robots. And this robots and humans working together, that is the basis of Industrial Revolution 5, which is also taking place simultaneously in the world. Because world is slowly heading towards Industrial Revolution 5 and even 6. And the basis is what? Humans and robots work together and you get more success. So this entire Industrial Revolution is based on the cooperation between man and machines. Here, robots are considered to be machines and man, they cooperate, they work together, and that's how they work. And one more thing at this stage, I would like to tell, all these technologies are ultimately going to lead to the world to the Industrial Revolution 6 also. This is said in the literature. These are the technological pillars of the Industrial Revolution 6. Look at that. Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, robotics, then augmented and virtual reality, quantum computing, blockchain. These are the pillars of Industrial Revolution 6. And we have all of them scattered here and there, but then they will work in unison. That will bring about a big change. See, I am giving you a picture of how the education is going to be in future. So this was robot teacher. So teacher part is taken care. Now we come to personalized learning. This is something which is new, which is going to happen. And please remember, world is slowly moving towards personalized learning in the 21st century. And this personalized learning is actually redefining education in the 21st century. Now, what is the meaning of personalized learning? The basic thinking is, and which is very sensible, that the learning process is no longer linear and one size fits all. That's not true. Learning process is no longer linear and the same for everybody as we do in our classroom. We have different learners. Some are fast learners, one are slow learners. We teach them in the same way. One size fits all will not work. And that is why this, you can see below, in teacher-centric physical education, traditional education, talk and chalk method, we had that. In online, again, it is one size fits all. But in personalized learning will come under artificial intelligence. And why there is a need of personalized learning? Personalized learning is also called idealized learning, individualized learning. Because every learner is different. Every learner is unique. They have different needs, different comprehension rate, different learning capacity. Methods of gauging information are different. It's like, for every patient, symptoms are different. You need a different, unique treatment like that in personalized learning. So personalized learning, which will be coming out of AI, is an educational approach that aims to customize learning for each learner's strengths, needs, skills, and interests. Ultimately, one can say that with the help of artificial intelligence, one can say that personalized learning is all about one thing. What is that thing? You transform classroom instruction by tailoring tasks. Tasks are tailored, instructions are tailored, content is tailored, and assessments are tailored to meet each student's needs and abilities. That is ultimately the purpose of personalized learning. So the question is, how does personalized learning work? How does AI system work with this? That could be a question. Again, what I said earlier, data matters. Because artificial intelligence collects and analyzes student performance data, providing educators with insights to make informed decisions, identify gaps, and improve instructional strategies. Again, you can see data is the lifeblood of artificial intelligence. And here in personalized learning, you also have the possibility of personalized curriculum for each learner. Personalized curriculum, just see, nobody would have thought. One of the significant advantages of artificial intelligence in curriculum design is its ability to tailor the curriculum to meet each student's specific needs. This is, I think, ultimate, ideal. If we have curriculum, 10 students in the class, and for each student, based on their strengths, weaknesses, etc., curriculum is different. How will that do? Again, it is on the basis of data. Artificial intelligence algorithms will analyze student data, including their learning preferences, strengths, and weaknesses, and then they will develop personalized learning paths. That is, personalized learning path is personalized curriculum. So in personalized learning, each student will get a learning plan that is based on what they know and how they learn the best. And that they will come to know through data. So you can very well imagine that personalized learning plan is a unique advantage which artificial intelligence is going to offer to each learner. See, this is going to happen in the next few years. In some of the countries, it has already started. And then once you have personalized curriculum, we are also going to have AI tutor. Because if my curriculum is different from the curriculum of my friend, so instructional strategies for me will be different. So there is going to be an artificial intelligence tutor for each student. See, it's something like you imagine a classroom where each student has a virtual tutor always ready to assist them. These intelligent tutors will use artificial intelligence algorithms to analyze the strengths and weaknesses and adapt to the learning material accordingly. They will provide additional explanation, offer extra practice exercises, or suggest supplementary resources. So this will be done by AI tutor. So AI tutors will be providing personalized support. That is how the world is going to be. And that will ensure that students learn at their own pace and achieve their full potential. You know, the thinking is that a child miseducated is a child lost. Why all this we are doing? Because we do not want to lose even a single child. Therefore, we are adjusting our whole plan so that it suits them and he or she is also able to achieve their full potential. Then is the third thing which is now going to come is the smart content. You know, traditional education, we had books, class notes, registers we had where we used to note down. That is called static content. Now we had e-content and MOOCs. 4-quadrant approach, e-learning, MOOCs, all that came under ICT. But now we are going to have smart content under artificial intelligence. See, all these are indicating how technology is changing the world. What is smart content? You may ask the question. Smart content is the type of personalized content that adjusts to every user based on their demographics, behavior, and engagement. And this is the content which will dynamically update based on who is viewing it. This is a very important sentence. It is also called sometimes dynamic content. Who is viewing it, they will ask the questions and then it will change accordingly. See, in e-learning and MOOCs, we have always e-content, which is static content plus multimedia enriched. Here it is going to be totally different. And this smart content will always deliver stronger results. And then personalized experiences will improve the performance because you are getting the content as per your needs. And smart content will not only be the learning material, it would also include quizzes, lesson plans, so many things, everything will be included in this. So here again, AI, artificial intelligence generated tools will do this. So the outcome ultimately will be twofold. It will save time for the teachers and it will guarantee comprehensive content that follows the curriculum for each individual learner. So this is how the things are changing. And then AI can also help you in generating high quality educational materials aligned with the learning objectives, including interactive videos, quizzes, and simulations, while also recommending relevant resources for diverse needs. All this would be possible, that you can watch this video, you can do this, all this would be possible. So now you can very well imagine that with AI powered learning platforms, students can now receive tailored content and guidance based on their individual needs and preferences. That's ultimately what we are going to achieve. And these are some of the top AI tools for content creation. I will not go into the details, but Professor Vimal will be later on talking about the various AI tools. These are some of the tools for content creation. This is also a very important tool. You must have heard generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence technology which can produce various types of content, which includes text, images, audio, video, everything. And they have already so many applications. Then the fourth thing which could come in assessment also, intelligent grading system. Assessment system will also change. Because grading and assessment are the main components of education system. But these are time consuming and subject to human error. So artificial intelligence can easily streamline the grading process and make it more accurate and efficient. So here again, you save time and there will not be any mistakes. And there are so many tools which are here which can help you in grading and assessment. So one may ask the question that how does it work? How AI helps in grading and assessment. AI-powered grading systems can analyze and evaluate student assignments, essays, and even open-ended questions. By using machine learning algorithms, these systems can identify patterns and provide consistencies and reliable feedback to the students. So, this is something like giving a personalized guidance to the learners based on their grading and assessment. And time is not far when we are going to have adaptive assessments. We will be having machine set question papers. Algorithms, as I mentioned, they will replace mentors. Exams will be tomorrow at your doorsteps on demand. Digital invigilation will replace physical invigilation and then digital attendance. All these are going to happen. To a great extent, some of this has already happened. And then artificial intelligence based proctoring is also going to happen. Proctoring basically means we want to remove, we want to prevent cheating during online exams. That is the meaning of proctoring. And artificial intelligence proctoring would be possible, because with the rise of online and remote learning, ensuring academic integrity during assessment has become a matter of significant concern. So artificial intelligence proctoring can help make monitoring even more efficient and scalable for online exams. Face recognition techniques, eye tracking, audio analysis, these are the various techniques which can use for artificial intelligence based. And these will bring integrity to education. And this was a very famous report in Times of India. Exams may move to your bedroom even, but the invigilator would still be watching, because there is an artificial intelligence proctor which will keep a watch on your movement. And then there is an image recognition technique which will ensure that the right person is appearing in the exam, not his brother or sister or some friend. So you can see artificial intelligence is able to achieve all that. You appear from home. You appear anytime. Now we have, for example, 4-year course in UG level. Somebody says, oh, I have completed everything. You can take my exam. You can have exam on demand. So that is how the changes are going to take place. Then we are going to have in future virtual classroom and virtual reality. See, virtual classroom and virtual reality means traditional education, we had the physical classroom. Teacher is speaking and students are attending to that. Then we had a virtual classroom, ICT based. Now we are going to have smart classrooms, which are with augmented reality and virtual reality. This is the future. Metaverse is coming in education. Metaverse means what? It will allow learners to attend virtual classes remotely while experiencing the elements of real classroom with the help of augmented reality and virtual reality. You attend classes virtually, but then you can have the feeling as if you are attending the real class. That's the metaverse in education. Look at that. That is how it will work. It will make learning fun with gamification and all that. And such virtual classrooms will bridge the gap between, note down this point, the gap between physical and remote learning. Now, physical learning is totally different. Remote is what we have in online. So the gap is there, that will be bridged by these smart classrooms. So look at the picture. Everybody will feel as if they are in the real classroom. And this will have so many other advantages. In smart classroom, artificial intelligence algorithms collect and analyze vast amount of data related to student performance, engagement, and learning pattern. And that is how they work. Again, the data comes. And then this will also help the struggling students through artificial intelligence powered virtual classroom. Teachers can also track student progress and identify areas where students are struggling. This allows them to provide additional support and resources to help students overcome their challenges and achieve academic success. So all this would be possible. Then another important thing which is there because of AI is intelligent student support system. Important, this is student support services. You all know in any school or college you have, they play important role in ensuring academic success. Artificial intelligence powered student support system can offer round the clock assistance to students, addressing their concerns and providing timely support. And they contribute to the success of the students and elevate so many pressures on the educators. And you all know chatbot. Chatbots are used for student support services. Chatbots, for example, can be integrated into educational platforms to answer common questions, provide guidance on administrative procedures, and offer academic advice. These chatbots utilize natural language processing capabilities to understand student queries and respond with relevant information. That is how the things are going to change. And these are some of the benefits of chatbots for student support services, 24/7 available, multilingual, consistency in answers, seamless transaction, instant response, omni-channel and personalized interaction. And then there is a, language processing, which I will talk about, which helps them. You can talk to them in any language you want. Then, more changes are likely to come. For example, now we are going to have artificial intelligence presentation makers, PowerPoint presentations. See, one of the biggest area of growth is AI presentation makers. With AI technology, it is now possible to create presentations with the help of artificial intelligence. By using AI tools, you can very quickly and easily create professional presentations, which will save your time and energy. And once you know them, the future of learning is going to change significantly. You can very quickly make the presentations. We still make it with our hand, look at each and everything, but slowly these things will change. And these are some of the top 5 presentation makers in the world. Senstas, Beautiful.ai, Designs.ai, Presentations.ai, Chromo.ai. These are top 5 presentation makers. Not only that, even we are going to have video creation tools, which are artificial intelligence powered. They offer so many capabilities. You can immediately create videos, you can make immediately presentation, you can do personalized learning, grading. You can see how the things are going to change. But in all this, whatsoever I have said about the applications of artificial intelligence in IM, there are certain ethical considerations and challenges. Ethical considerations are because data is the lifeblood, I said. Data is the fuel. There is a fear of data piracy. Student data, including personal information and learning progress, must be securely stored and protected. The more the amount of accurate data, the better the predictions will be made by AI machines. Data plays a very important role, I told you. Then algorithms are also important. They should not be biased. Artificial intelligence algorithms learn from the data they are trained on. And if the data is biased or lacks diversity, it is likely to lead to unfair educational decisions and outcomes. So you can see how the things are linked. That is one reason why we are not able to do much research in AI-based systems. And then human intervention is another possibility, always possibility. That's why the governments are now thinking of making some, laws, etc., how to use AI systems, etc. So the quality of data matters. Garbage in, garbage out. In the world of artificial intelligence, the quality of data is of utmost importance. There is a saying, garbage in, garbage out, holds true here also. Low quality or biased data can lead to flawed AI models and inaccuracies. Data must be clean, unbiased, representative to ensure the reliability of the systems. And then data privacy is also very important. Collecting, storing it properly, all those are very important. And already certain regulations have been announced to ensure all this. And then one more thing in artificial intelligence in education is the technical challenges. I have said so many things, but it's not easy to make all of them and to implement them. You need adequate infrastructure and resources. Artificial intelligence requires adequate infrastructure and resources to function effectively and efficiently. You need reliable internet connectivity, hardware devices, software, platforms, data sources, human expertise, all that. And many institutions lack that. And therefore, cost of implementing AI is very high. And there is a fear that it may create a digital divide in the country and exacerbate educational inequalities. So these are the challenges. And there are many AI tools. I think Professor Vimal will talk, but I will quickly go through it. This is the natural language processing tool. It is a technology which is used by the machines to understand, analyze, manipulate, and interpret humans' languages. How chatbot work? It is based on natural language processing. It plays a very important role in chatbots, virtual assistants, speech to text, machine translations, autocorrect, and much more. See, how does NLP work? It is the interaction between computers and humans using this NLP, natural language processing. See, a human will talk to the machine will capture the audio to text conversion takes place, then processing of the text data takes place, then data to audio conversion takes place, and then machine responds to the human by playing the audio file. So that is how the NLP functions. And some common applications of this NLP are, you know very well, these are, sometimes you predict, you write something on the Google, the rest of the words come, the next word comes while typing keywords, and the spell check features. All these are examples of natural language processing. And these are the applications of NLP. Email filtering, sentiment analysis, chatbots, social media, all those things which I just mentioned, they are all applications of NLP. Then ChatGPT, I have talked to you already. It is a natural language processing tool driven again by AI technology. It is one of the fastest growing app in the world. When it was launched, I think within 3 months, there were 100 million users in just 2 months. This language model can answer your questions and assist you with tasks such as more composing mails, essays, code, etc. But it has certain limitations also. Then DALL-E 2 is where you can create images by giving the text, you will be able to create images. Then there are so many tools for use in education. And then one more thing which I wanted to tell before I close, that NEP 2020, National Education Policy, also talks about artificial intelligence. NEP has recognized the immense potential of AI and recommended its integration into the education system. This is a big thing because it is believed that it will transform education by making it more efficient, effective, and accessible to students worldwide. That's the thinking. And that's why, CBSE has already introduced artificial intelligence and the Internet of Things in the school curriculum from classes 6th to 10th. It's already there. It is now being taught. Only the non-technical details, they are slowly telling all applications, etc. And then India's first artificial intelligence university has started functioning near Mumbai. So you can see the whole focus of the world is shifting towards artificial intelligence. And now I come to the last part. There are some negative effects of artificial intelligence also. This also we should be aware of. Artificial intelligence is killing jobs globally. Look at this in the line. You have humans as well as some robots out there. And in the 21st century, due to technological advancements, the world of work is changing very, very fast. Job market is rapidly evolving. Traditional jobs are getting displaced. Artificial intelligence is transforming the world and killing traditional jobs. Look at this. All these jobs which are of repetitive or predictable nature, which require no critical thinking, no critical analysis, no research base, no specialization, all these jobs are going to be in danger because of artificial intelligence, automation, or robotics. Look at the picture. A robot is sitting along with others, humans. That is how the future is going to be. And already, in our country, we have these news anchors, which is a robot. Receptionist, robot. At airport security, robots. So much is happening. And all these are replaced because these are the traditional jobs which require no critical thinking. The same sort of thing. What is your, where you want to stay, room number, all that, like that receptionist job, even driverless jobs also, driving, those jobs are also going to come. And now it is already said that, this is the picture of the brain. Humans may not be in future required for the so-called left brain functions. Left brain functions, humans may not be required. What are the left brain functions? Languages, numbers, analytical thinking, etc. Because anything that can be measured by numbers can be solved by AI models. Therefore, the focus in future is going to be on the right brain functions: creativity, critical thinking, imagination, emotional intelligence, etc. And that's why, in the light of all this, the job landscape in the world is changing. You should have a broader picture. It's already a shift in the division of labor between humans and machines. Machines are now doing more jobs. And this is a report which came from World Economic Forum, Future of Jobs report. 97 million new jobs will be created at the cost of 85 million traditional jobs. They will get displaced. Which jobs are going to be in demand now? Data analysts, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, and digital transformation specialists. Their jobs are going to be in demand. And which jobs are finishing? Data entry clerks, secretaries, accountants, mechanics, machine repairers. Those jobs will slowly go into oblivion. Even the core skills of the workers are changing. Because technology is growing fast and machines are doing much more work than humans. Core skills means the essential skill that young people need to have for life and work in the global economy. And then some negative effects, more negative effects are, artificial intelligence will dehumanize the learning experience. Human-human interaction will become very little. It's all through machines and all. Because over dependence on technology. Then it will reduce students' capacity for thought and critical thinking. This is already a problem with, excessive use of technology, but this will become more acute in artificial intelligence world. It may be a threat to teachers' job security. No, that's quite possible. Because that is why it is said teachers need to focus more on research now. Teachers cannot simply be a knowledge provider because now there are going to be many sources of knowledge. So your job may be, in jeopardy in future. Then negative impact is that artificial intelligence implementation is very costly to implement. I told you hardware, software, so many things. And then there is a lack of emotional intelligence. And then it will also create a problem of accessibility and equity. Because everybody will not be able to access artificial intelligence powered education. And the main aim of NEP 2020 is to impart quality education with equity. Equity is one of the pillars of NEP 2020. So that will come under threat. Many people will not be able to have access to that in the years to come. And then we have educators to be trained in the use of AI. See, there is no training. We have not been trained at all. We have just learned a little bit. But for using all the things so that tomorrow no problem comes, educators need to be trained in the use of AI. These are some of the negative effects of AI. And now lastly, future of artificial intelligence. Just 2-3 minutes and then I stop it. What is going to be the future of artificial intelligence and artificial education? See, positive imagination of the future is enjoy the technology. Look at this. Maybe the day is not far when we will just sit back in our cozy homes and just command our personal robots to entirely do our ruts. Everything we will have robots to do. He will be a perfect companion for us. So that is a possibility in future. Just enjoy the technology. This is the positive imagination of the future. And what is the negative imagination? artificial intelligence robots may harm humans. It may end in the other way too. Someday there will be a knock at our door. As we open it, we will see a large number of robots marching into our house, destroying everything we own and looting us. This is because ever since there is an advantage in the technology, it also attracts antisocial elements. This is true for robots also, because now they will have full power to think as humans, even as of antisocial elements. So the question which is being put is, we should think thrice before giving them the power of cognition, cognitive ability. That is the negative aspect. Artificial intelligence robots may harm humans. And I think long back, Bill Gates also said the same thing. What he said was, humans should be worried about the threat posed by artificial intelligence. That's what Bill Gates said. And that seems to be true. So, ladies and gentlemen, I come to the end of this talk. The world is changing. It is changing faster than we are. So we have to change. And the rights, you can see, the world is changing quickly and we must be ready to change with it, or risk being left. The choice is yours. Because world is moving, and I think in the next 5 years, the entire education scenario will change. So I wanted to give you a picture of that, how the things are going to change. I'm sure there are many technical details we need to learn, but even without them, we can understand the impact artificial intelligence is going to have on education in the years to come. So that is the message which we wanted to give. Thank you very much, and thanks for your patience. This is my cell number. This is my email ID. Please remain in touch, and all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really insightful and so much new information we all learned. And I think it's really commendable the way you have structured it, giving us the entire thinking about machine learning, deep learning, and how the applications and what are the challenges also. So I think it was a real package for learning for all of us, which I think all of our participants are also agreeing, and I can see so many inputs as chats of appreciation coming for you. So
Thank you very much.
I think there will be also some question, but keep in mind we will take those slightly later on. And with your permission, sir, can I also deliver my
Please, please. Time flew so quickly that it's already
Yeah.
7 minutes past 6. So, but anyway, I told you that this is for the first time I am delivering this talk. So there could have been here or there 5-10 minutes, because you can't plan everything.
Same
So,
is with my situation also, because I'm
but
also
I think
delivering.
we will
Yeah.
still work on this and make it more succinct and to the point. So, Vimal, now I think the turn is yours. And I think Vimal needs no introduction. Everybody in the country now knows her.
Thank you, sir, for your
And
kind words.
you have been, heralding this change in the country. And through your this teaching learning center, first GAD-TLC and now UGC-MMTTC, I think change is already taking place. And please remember that she is only a chemistry teacher, but she has achieved so much on the technology front. And she has won many national awards, international recognitions. It's an honor for the institution that a person of her stature is heading this institution. So I won't take more time, Vimal, and now the stage is yours, please.
Thank you, sir. And it's always a good opportunity to sharing the platform with you, but at the same time challenge also, because after listening to your such motivational talk, let me see how I am able to do justice to my presentation. So let me just share my screen and So I'll be taking where Professor Bakshi has given us the entire overview and how we have to go ahead. He also shared some tools, but I'll be giving you a perspective of a practicing teacher, that what all as teachers we now need to know, what are these tools, and how we can integrate in our different teaching learning processes. So AI tools are there for everything now. But then what concern us is what I'll be sharing. And the title of my talk is Artificial Intelligence Tools for Teachers. I think hallmark of education system has been it changes with time. And if I take you back, this is what we can recall. We shifted to blackboard or the green boards, which even still now we are clinging on, to the projectors, to every student having these gadgets. But in between the corona phase came, and now after this corona phase, what we have seen, witness ourselves, because we are into training segment from more than 2 decades now, teachers have really learned the basic technologies. But then sticking here is not going to work. We have to move further. We have to be teaching with robots, as Professor Bakshi said. So can we prepare ourselves to the classroom where we are having a robot teacher assisting us? Sometimes we feel that had we had some assistant who will do all that manual work where our time goes. And yes, with the AI tools, that is possible to a greater extent. It is difficult to imagine education without technology in the 21st century. I think we all agree with this now. There is no debate that yes, whether the technology is required or not. And higher education problems also can be overcome with the help of technology in terms of quality, in terms of providing access and equity to all. NEP 2020 talks about extensive use of technology, including removing language barriers. These 2 chapters, they focus detailed perspective on the technology and how the online and digital education will be taking shape. The blended models of learning are being advocated, and NEP documents talks about, I will mention this paragraph here, that new technologies involving artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, smart boards, handheld computing devices, adaptive computer testing for student development, and other forms of educational software and hardware will not just change what the students learn in the classroom, but also how they learn. And as teachers, we should keep this in mind. And that's why we cannot stick to the traditional methods of teaching and learning. And there will be so much research which will come up, so many tools which are existing, but how they can be employed in different subjects. All this is a golden period for us to take the leap and guide our fellow colleagues. Teachers will require suitable training, and this very particular scheme, these MMTT centers have started this change, which was envisioned in NEP 2020, that how teachers will be made aware and also given various empowering tools to be effective online teachers. And it cannot be assumed that a good teacher in a traditional classroom will automatically be a good teacher in online classroom, and definitely not a good teacher where with robots and the so many AI integrated tools are there. But if they are not aware about technology, they will not be able to be the futuristic teachers, which is now here. The future is here, and we have to prepare. So we have to learn how the learner-centric pedagogies with these type of tools can be really implemented. As we were saying, that how can we use technology to implement learner-centric models? It can be done. And the emphasis now on the teacher's role in facilitating active student engagement with the content and with each other. And perhaps we can say and with the robot teachers as well. So the way ahead for all of us is we have to prepare how blended learning, keeping in mind the outcome-based education, because as Professor Bakshi already mentioned, the roles of education and all. So outcome-based education, we have to keep guiding principle where we can have these tools and the curriculum and everything around. So the curriculum design has to be as per outcome based. Here again, the AI empowerment can help us. Content development, the various material that we provide to the student, what different pedagogies again will be evolving with the AI coming, and assessments, where formative assessments and the changes really started happening. Just in last week, we had the at Delhi University, the skill enhancement courses are fully internal assessments. There's no formative, there's no summative assessments which will going to happen. But then how every teacher in every class with a batch size of 60 to 100 will be able to do justice, it cannot be done without the help of technology. And we have to also keep on inputs from society and industry or market requirements to not only see the curriculum, but how we prepare our students in a holistic manner. And now all these roles, we have to start looking for solution where we get AI empowered and try to integrate as many of them in our classroom situation. I'll also briefly touch upon the outcome-based education, where so many efforts at AICT. Actually, AICT was the first one to implement outcome-based education in our country, and they started restructuring its books when the NEP 2020 was introduced, and we made a template where now all the authors coming from IITs and other premier institutions are contributing and putting into the ingredients of outcome-based education, which will prepare our student not only to the subject-specific learning outcomes, but also the generic learning outcomes like environment, sustainability, modern tool usage, ethics, individual and teamwork, communication, to name a few. And these are also reflected in the outcome-based education, the graduate attributes, which are there in the UGC document, that disciplinary knowledge is not the only thing, but how around that discipline can you make an activity which will ensure the communication skills being imparted, where the students can be involved in cooperation or teamwork or scientific reasoning or multicultural competence, to name a few, and make them as lifelong learner. Yes, just wait for the tools I'm going to demonstrate you. All these are possible in each and every subject. And that's where I will also see now, this is a creative angle of AI, which is there and we can exploit. Learning outcomes we need to frame, and that to align with different hierarchy or the levels of Bloom's taxonomy, but still we are struggling to get this. Can it be done with the AI tools? Yes, it can be done. Assessment methods have to be multiple, different attainments of different learning outcomes, and they will include diverse attributes to be measured, some generic learning outcomes, some discipline specific. Can we design various assessment methods? How to make multiple choice questions in every class, just maybe 5 in between, and if it can be as a gamification quiz, can we do that? We were waiting. How will we create on our own? We are not getting time. And please, I think this is a very good opportunity for all of them, all of us, that the AI tools can really make this possible, not in terms of taking weeks for making one quiz, just less than a minute. Yes, you heard me right. And we'll see how it can be done, and that to align with the different levels of Bloom's taxonomy. Purpose of assessment is manifolds, but somehow our education system is focusing more on assessment of learning, which is final or the summative examination. But we have to now take the tools which can be used in the classroom for assessment as learning. And that's where all these technology and the AI empowered tools come, which will be helping us in providing our learners the assessment as learning and also assessment for learning, where immediate feedback, as Professor Bakshi also mentioned, that there are so many tools where the moment you have taken the assessment, the feedback, individualized feedback will be provided to the students. And around assessments, there are so many requirements of doing the analysis, result, planning, and then how it has to be improved. All these can be done through the technology. Rubrics needs to be prepared when we are going for activities like project, case studies. We are juggling which project to be given. If the project we give, how do we assess it? Dear colleagues, with AI tools, you can not only get the idea of project creation for your students, you can also design the rubrics in just a click of the button. Different type of questions are really possible now. And the manual tagging that we used to talk about in last year and the previous training sessions can all be done automatically, and there's no need to keep a record. Also, the machine will automatically, the software will automatically help you out. And in terms of the credibility of degrees and certificates, examination need to be proctored. And here also, not only the live or the recorded proctoring, but we now have advanced automated proctoring. The student may be sitting anywhere, but if he or she is using fraudulent practices, the system will catch and they will not. So in order to now go ahead from the traditional model to the blended model, if we take the example of flipped model, keeping in mind the Bloom's taxonomy of educational objectives, that from the remember and understand, how can we take our students to the creation level? We are stuck here that we are not having digital resources. It is time consuming. And also, what classroom activities to be given to our students? If we somehow get hold of the content, then how to go ahead? And let me tell you, both these segments are now possible in very less time as compared to the manual processes we were having. And with no professional studio required, you can do it right sitting in your machine. And yes, this is all possible, and it will empower you for implementing the blended learning. But then that will require tech-savvy teachers knowing these pedagogies. Simply technology will not help. What pedagogy? You have to have understanding, and that will make the prompt or the feedback, the feed into, actually not the feedback, the feed that we give to these AI softwares. If we are not giving that proper input, we will not be getting the expected results. So that is what we have to learn. And once you learn different type of some tools, you can automatically change to the similar others. So don't be in the impression that we are learning this is free, but someday there is a paid one which is having better features, or something new comes which again is free. You can always adapt, but the idea is how you start getting acquainted to all these and what has to be given as an input so that you get a very effective output for your own specific requirement of that very class. So this can be used for every class which will require different pedagogies and practices. So the question is now, can we automate all these things which are required for us to make our education system better in terms of quality, in terms of access, and in terms of equity? Yes, it can be done because technology is an enabler, but I will say artificial intelligence is an empowering tool for teachers as well as students for self-learning. So you can also engage device activities that these tools can be given to the students for some part of the self-learning, but then everywhere you have to provide important role in guiding them. So it's not fully automated. automated in the sense the manual work that the clerical work you are doing in answering so many assignments and other things, creating lesson plans, looking for case studies, looking for a project for field work, making questions. How many questions can you make? It will just take 1 second for making 10 MCQs in your any subject, any level. And that is what the empowering tool it is for all of us. And before I show you these tools, I will also talk about the global level. UNESCO is taking this issue very seriously, and AI, according to this document, you can refer to the details in the UNESCO website, has the potential to address some of the biggest challenges in education today, innovate teaching and learning practices, and accelerate the progress towards SDG 4, which is on quality education. UNESCO is committed to supporting member states to harness the potential of AI technologies for achieving the Education 2030 agenda while ensuring that its application in educational context is guided by the core principles of inclusion and equity. Kindly note, whatever thing you're taking, the quality, inclusivity, equity, access, they all have to be ensured. And around this, in 2019, the UNESCO Beijing Consensus, if I will like to share here, that it aims to ensure that AI empowers teachers and teaching, supporting them in their responsibilities rather than replacing them. So it is clearly mentioned that all the governments will be taking the policy actions in such a way that the teachers have to be empowered with these tools and not replacing them. So while their rights and working conditions are to be protected. Appropriate policy responses aim to systematic integration of AI in education to innovate education, teaching, learning, and at leveraging AI to accelerate the delivery of open and flexible education system that enable equitable, relevant, and quality lifelong learning opportunities for all that will contribute to achieving the SDGs and shared future for mankind. These are all the objectives that all of us have signed to, and this is how the AI has to be integrated in our education system. So the AI will be used to enhance data collection, processing, making education management and provision more equitable, inclusive, open, and personalized. And be mindful that while AI provides opportunities to support teachers in their educational and pedagogical responsibilities, human interaction and collaboration between teachers and learners must remain at the core of education. Be aware that teachers cannot be displaced by machines and ensure that the rights and working conditions are protected. And we have to be continuously into capacity building program. So dynamically review and define teachers' role, required competencies in the context of teacher policies, strengthen teacher training institutions, develop appropriate capacity building programs to prepare teachers to work effectively in AI-rich education settings, and ensure that AI promotes high-quality education and learning opportunities for all, irrespective of gender, disability, social or economic status, ethnic or cultural background, or geographical location. The development and use of AI in education should not deepen the digital divide and must not display bias against any minority or vulnerable group. So it is to be seen that AI will be providing and preparing our students for lifelong learning opportunities, because in their professional career, they will have to switch more often than as we compared are, that once we join education system, it is till retirement we are here. So understanding AI in education, what are the emerging practices and benefit risk assessment? Professor Bakshi has given you a detailed overview, but then the questions which should come in our mind is, how can AI be leveraged to enhance education? How can we ensure the ethical, inclusive, and equitable use of AI in education, and how can education prepare humans to live and work with AI. So we ourselves, but then more than us, our students have to be prepared that how they will be prepared to work with the robots, although they are humans. So let's come to the application of artificial intelligence in education. As Professor Bakshi already mentioned, many of these terms, they will be like virtual facilitator, smart content creator, automated grading happening, data accumulation, its analysis happening, various chats happening, adaptive learning, proctoring, chatbot, and personalized learning. All these will become a reality once we start using the appropriate AI tool in our classrooms. So if we look for some of these tools, use of AI for education management and delivery, where you can install the AI chatbots, entire management system with email automatically driven rather than putting a staff and the students getting some lag in response time, live video chats, all these automated tools can be there. You can also improve your marketing, sales, and support with the automated AI chatbot type of systems. And if we look for teaching learning process, which is AI for creation of digital resources, or now the so-called not the e-content, but smart content. So how can we ourselves be the creator of smart content and use it? So creating smart content, we have to keep in mind that what are the expectations from the outcome-based education, and then what all ingredients we are not able to get it. Can we use these tools to get those, as well as whatever we have been doing, where more time is being involved, can we automate, is something that we have to look for. So starting from ChatGPT, you should all try to explore this. ChatGPT for both teachers and students can be used to summarize, translate, brainstorm, plan the lessons, create, extract, analyze, research, outline. And there's also ChatGPT 4, which is there, but that is a paid version. I'll suggest you can go to ChatGPT 3.5, which is free. And let me show you one example here that I just put up. Design a project for studying climate change. So that was the only prompter I gave, and it gave me the entire thing that, okay, what will all require, which objectives have to be written, what appropriate methodologies, how the collection will be done, how the analysis can be done, and how the results can be put up, conclusion. So entire structured approach was given by this. So you think in your own subject, what all you can look. And I will say this is, don't go to now Google search. Always start searching with all these tools. Some of them I'll mention. ChatGPT already mentioned. Gemini, earlier it was called as Bard. Now recently it has been renamed as Gemini. So Gemini is a Google AI. There is an open text aviator, and ND search is there, Meta for AI search. And what I'm naming is just few. There are many numbers in each category. Perplexity is another one where you see, you go into perplexity.ai and just ask anything, and you can even attach some file that it has to be aligned with this, and it will give you all. U.com especially draw my attention. U.com is where, from research point of view, if you are trying to get data, because you may get the data, but from where it is picked. So what it does is, if you go to u.com and use the smart search mode. In the smart mode, you can ask anything, which is like the earlier chat. But if you click on the research mode, so click search this research, and what it will give you is every point which is taking and giving you, there will be a link provided. So you click on one, it will give you the link from where it has been taken. For example, here you can see the screenshot that one, so this one link you click, it will be giving you the reference from where it is there. Similarly, 2, 3, 4, and sometimes it will be in the beginning, sometime in between. So that will vary, but it will be providing you the clickable citations and the references link. So that is something from research angle, it will be more useful for us. Sometimes we are fed up of sitting on the machine and decide, can we just talk and let the computer make notes for us? Yes, there is something called as audio pen. I found it very interesting. So in audio pen, you go with some thoughts that, okay, climate change and air pollution. I just simply wrote that and it gave me entire one-page document that how act against climate change. And then, yes, you can copy paste in your own document. Sometimes you can export it as a document also in many of the softwares. And you find that you can then obviously edit it and go further. So it gives you a base to start rather than jotting down everything right from scratch in an empty page. So climate change and air pollution, you can see it gave me the detailed document in this u.com like this. And all these 1, 2, 3, 4, where my pointer is moving, they are the references. So at the end of the document, all these references I could find. And just on clicking on highlighting on this, it is a hyperlink. It will take me to those particular pages from which this particular information has been taken. So if you have to create text from audio or from scratch, I told you, but what more? You can even upload your existing notes as PDF or Word doc and then say, I want a detailed educational writing, or I want to convert this into a presentation, or I want to create an image based on this write-up, or I want to create some professional writing, or I want to create a flow chart, or for my computer professional friends who may be more learned in the technology field as compared to me, they can also be the coding thing once you give the prompt and how the coding also can be provided. Coming to very important thing, which is AI for presentation, we all as teachers, I think this is something which we should be exploiting very well. Many teachers, it takes time for making PowerPoint, but no longer. It will give you some base and then you can improve upon that and use it immediately in your class. So AI for presentation, it generates interactive presentations for engaging students and providing real-time feedback. So by sharing the QR code or the number which comes, all your students can log in from their smartphones and click on those questions and immediately you can do the analysis and how your topic is being received. And it is simple to use with quick setup for polls or quizzes. Another example of creating AI presentation is beautiful.ai. Another one I tried is slidesai.io. This is something those who are using Google Slides, they can integrate. So your already existing Google Slides can be updated into this by using this plugin. Slides Go is another option. Chroma.ai is again one more option for making the presentations. And those who are using Microsoft Office 365, automatically they have embedded AI in your PowerPoint, Word, and Excel. And all the things which you start thinking okay, I want to have a design. Like even this slide, I have designed it using the AI tool. I just put an image and wrote this text. It automatically designed it into this very particular manner. And you can even rehearse your slide show with the speaker coach. And this is definitely more beneficial to the students because when they present, if we give them 5 minutes, then they take it more 15 to 20 minutes. And otherwise in also high stake presentations, we have to prepare our students and ourselves also for a very timely presenting of our slides. So there is a something called as PowerPoint speaker coach, and it will also give you inputs. It will evaluate that your pace was not fine in these particular slide, your pitch needs to be improved. So all these things can be practiced in private, and rather than going in public, the students can prepare themselves. This is one more tool you can see. This is Slides Go, slidesgo.com. And here again, you have to just give the input. So rather than creating tests, you directly from your idea, you want to create a PPT. You mentioned that, okay, I want to make a slide show of around 8 to, so how many pages you want, how many slides, which topic. So if I put climate change and air pollution, and then I can also take some color templates from there. I can select it, or later on also can change which particular language, because it supports many language, although I could not see many of the Indian languages. And that can be used to make your base PPT, and then you can improve upon. You can even mention which level, class 8th or class 12th or UG level higher education. They are all grading is there in most of these softwares. Coming to picture generation. Picture generation also gives a very visual appeal in our presentations and otherwise in e-content development as well. So there are various picture or image generating tools like DALL-E 2. So they started with DALL-E, and now it is the second version after, and this is based on OpenAI. There is something called as free online image generator in Canva. So many of you may be using Canva. If not, I will advocate this is something. The free version also provides the AI part of creating AI image, and you can create the AI from image from that, which will be exclusively new. And I have tried that, putting that into the Plagium tools, and it could not find any image. That's why they're being called as generating tools. And if you develop or I develop, it will be something new which will be getting generated. And there is one more thing which for this is slightly of a more professional output, GenCraft. So art, image, and here the video generation also happens. Sometimes you'll find they will be overlapping. So I'm trying to cover the sequence, but right now I am at image generator. So it creates any idea you have in mind, it will be creating that very particular image as well as the videos. And that's why many of the Hollywood and Bollywood filmmakers are also using these type of generated videos as backgrounds or otherwise. And there is a hue and cry about it, how it will be reducing the job also. So that is something I think we are all listening in the news. But let us see what these tools are which we can use in our own empowerment. There is another Shutterstock which is quite famous for the image packages. You can buy the images on a monthly subscription or annual. And I used to use this when I was in content creation, because no one wants to go into the Plagium thing. And this again has integrated AI, and rather than the earlier images which it was giving, was the professional used to give it to this particular site and then they used to sell. But now the AI can recreate and create something new based on your ideas, and that can be downloaded. Coming to some more tools, like there is something called as DID AI presenters. So it will be instantly in your presentation. You can add some talking head to the video. So there are already preset faces. You can select and put it in your video. You can turn your text into photorealistic AI image. There is something called as Magic Media. Again, these are coming as a part of Canva. Dream it up and see your world turn into visuals. So a roving exploring Mars, it will give you something like that. You can generate video avatars to represent your speech. So the speech input you give, and it will be your own face. You can convert into your avatar like you have in the now chats also, the WhatsApp type, you can create your own avatar. So that along with the speaking video will be there. Turn the elements into something extraordinary. So the different type of images and the word, text and all can be put up into a 3D type of thing, or and it will give you flavor in the content and otherwise. You can convert text into QR code with the image background. So what image? Suppose you want to have underwater vibrant marine life. So still now we were having black and white QR code. They were converted into simple color code. And now you can put your idea and the QR code around with that particular image you can generate, and you can add natural sounding voices to your design with Murph AI. So the earlier was Mojo AI. Mojo AI is the AI and QR art generator. Murph AI is the text to speech voice generator. And stop searching for the song you need. You can create it. So it's something called as sound draw. And sound draw will create a new sound. And if you like, you can really use it in your presentation. Many times we are juggling with the bad pixels of any image that we get. So there are various tools rather. I will like to mention this one here, which is pixel enhancer. So you put a old image with the low pixels, it will convert into a better one. Or you can go into background eraser. This will be even helpful in our personal life, that if we taken some image or we are there and we want to remove this background, so this can be just done in one click. And I think this is something many of the smartphones are also now having these features. You just click it strongly, press it strongly, it will just extract the speaker out and remaining. But here you can define what is the thing that you want to take and take it further. You can even convert your pictures into cartoons, because sometimes in the content, in order to go away with the, maybe you don't want to show that exact image, but want to create something, a cartoon type of, then even that creation can be done through something called as Cartoonify, which is again AI integrated software. And you can also create synthetic humans, ethically created. So these are not existing anywhere, but then you describe, and then a powerful tool for creating custom realistic synthetic humans. Fine tune looks, expression, ensure they match your design message, and not about great design. They prioritize the legality and responsibility as well. So you can take it that this is what has been created from here. So this is possible. Converting to one more feature, which as teachers will like to use, is script into audio. And here you can get instant voiceovers. Those who are into podcast, okay, I don't want to go into video, but on podcast, but then rather than recording, can I put some script, or not even script? Can I put just some text? It will automatically create a script and create audio within minutes. So what do you take about that? So I think there's so much creativity these tools are doing based on the algorithm, what is there, that, okay, in order to create audio, you'll have to convert those words into first the scripts, and then the scripts with all some voices put up, and then the entire modulation and all, it will be exporting the desired audio. Just a minute. So hope you are there. Can I see some messages in the chat coming? Just stay with us. There is something more in line. Okay. Have you ever thought, can we create image with our specific some text? Like I have written hello with some island background. So it has made hello with trees. I tried to make hello with a chemistry lab, and see, it is making the shelf in the way of hello. So if I want to make some chemistry PPT and I want to put some text, along with the visual. So it's a combination of text and visual that you can play around. And coming to now this very interesting segment, don't go away. We are going to have very good demo now. Let me show you this video.
Have you ever pondered the invisible enemy we breathe in every day? The air around us, seemingly clear, carries a burden of unseen pollutants that contribute to a global crisis we know as climate change. Climate change isn't just about melting ice caps or scorching summers. It's a health crisis, a silent predator that impacts every breath we take. According to the World Health Organization, an estimated 7 million people fall victim to premature death each year due to air pollution. It's a staggering number, isn't it? Air pollution comes in many forms, but the most deadly are the fine particulate matter, often referred to as PM2, 5, and nitrogen dioxide. These tiny particles, 28 times smaller than the width of a human hair, infiltrate our lungs and bloodstream, causing respiratory diseases, heart conditions, and even cancer. Climate change exacerbates this problem. Rising temperatures can make a significant impact. To summarize, air pollution and climate change are more than just environmental issues. They are health crises. They contribute to millions of premature deaths each year and exacerbate respiratory and heart diseases. But remember, it's not an insurmountable problem. With collective action and commitment, we can reduce pollution, mitigate the effects of climate change, and safeguard our health. Have you ever...
Can you imagine that this video I created just by giving input, climate change and air pollution and health issues? That's all. These are the 3 prompters I gave, and it created a video. And this I have done with the in-video AI. So you can see the title, the various prompts I gave. Audience, you can decide whether you want to make it for policymaker, then more of the regulations would have come, or it is environmentalist, or it is health. I wanted to create for health conscious individual, so I selected that. What look and feel you want to make, then I selected professional, and which platform I want to put up, I selected YouTube. And just 3-4 minutes of waiting. Here, video takes slightly more time. Just 3-4 minutes. Imagine how much effort would you have done for doing this in a manual mode, getting ideas, writing the script, shooting, combining the visuals, and you share this. Another example for everyone.
A towering testament to India's rich history, Qutub Minar stands tall and proud in the heart of Delhi. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is more than just a monument. It is a chronicle of India's past, etched in stone and time. Qutub Minar's story begins in the 12th century, with the onset of the Delhi Sultanate. Qutb-ud-Din Aibak, the first Sultan of Delhi, initiated the construction in 1189 as a victory tower, celebrating the beginning of Muslim dominion over Delhi. In 1368, a severe lightning strike damaged the top floor. Firoz Shah Tughlaq, the reign of several historical and architectural marvels, Din Aibak to its rich tapestry.
So I'm just running through.
Qutb in the stories it tells, and a tower.
Have you ever pondered the legal and ethical boundaries of deepfake videos?
And that was done with Qutub Minar with historical perspective. That's all the prompt I gave, and that was prepared from in-video. Similarly, the deepfake video I wanted to know, so I created this. There is another app which is puppetry. You can make a video of a presenter saying your script. So you select the AI avatar, and that puppet will act for you. So there will be lip movement and all. So that can be done. There are AWS products. This is slightly to the next, where you can convert text to speech, and speech to text is something simple we all can use. But those who are from computer science background, they can even give students the machine learning training on this, and as well as the translation aspect can also be used. Now coming to another app for creating video, there is one more as WeVideo. So this also you can try. And there are various templates that you can use. And again, you give the prompts and it will give you, many times you can give the entire script also. Sometimes we want that this is the script we want to put. So the script can be given and that can be used. And as Professor Bakshi also mentioned about this Wolfram Alpha, so this particular tool is for data analysis and calculation, and it can be used for our subject-specific requirement, especially for the maths, science and technology, society and culture, if you want to any dates, times, the linguistic aspect, some personal health data, algebra, plotting, graphs, and all that can be done. And this is actually from the makers of the Mathematica. So they have taken this Mathematica a next step further, and it can be taken. And this is even more for maths and science teachers, that MATLAB capabilities also have been improved. So those who are using MATLAB, they can now do the automated conversion of data into its analysis, its graphic creation, the entire programming, app building. So much can be given as a project to the computer science students and the math students and science students who are already working in this particular software. Not for everyone, that particular thing. Now coming to AI for assessments. In assessments, again, there are so many tools. So you don't have to write the questions on Word doc and do the manual Bloom's tagging and all level and then copy and paste into LMS. You can do it all generation just by putting the idea that this is the topic and this is the level I want to have question, which type you can generate the questions. And some examples I am giving. One is Quizage. Another is class point, where PPT having questions in between can be there. There is something called as AI quiz maker. So this again, you can copy and paste the text you want to have. And based on that, it will be creating interactive questions. AI quiz creator is there. Put any topic, you can make the quiz. If there's maths, then you have to mention that, okay, fractions still this much has to be there. And you can also look for quiz gecko type of tool, whichever you look at which pricing, if there is something free, catch out all that, or if there is some minimum. I have not gone into the price comparison. So I'm just giving you exposure of what all tools are already available. There is something called as Quizly. And most of them, all of them, they give you the option that you want to have along with the Bloom's taxonomy, which level you want to create question for the same topic, it will create and give you. There is something called as Revisely. Revisely, again, it creates AI flashcards, AI notes generated. And here it is even doing a very interesting thing where your handwritten notes can be put up as input and it will create question from the handwritten note. So it's a direct leap rather than converting that into the typed version and then going further, because many of our colleagues, basically those who are not very tech savvy, are having their old notes. So these notes can be scanned, and but then there will be error coming. You have to look at the readability. If your writing is very good, then you can try this thing out where it will be then creating questions into from those particular inputs that you're getting. And then there are so many combination of tools I will like to mention here is this is eduaid.ai, which is calling itself as a teaching assistant. It will help you in email as a syllabus starter you can put, and then around that you can make the lesson plan, newsletter outline, report card comments, learning skills, class announcements. So almost like a learning management system with various features. And then you can select the level you want to have it for the class 10th or 12th or the UG level and PG level and so on. Higher education, they are all combining. I could not find the UG and PG level as a separate thing. So teaching with AI, you also have OpenAI. There is something called as AI tutor also. It mostly, if you put it in this, then for students, it can help you in the feedback and tutoring. But then I have not yet explored with a group of students, yet to do, but I thought I will share, it can be done. Then there is Quantify. So this is again an AI tutor for personalized learning. Kahoot, those who are using Kahoot, Kahoot also has gone automated in terms of AI integration. And this can be used for both teachers as well as students. And rather, this tools can be used for other professional. Many companies are also using for their sophisticated presentations and immediate feedback, which can be integrated. One more thing, which is Padlet. So those who are already using Padlet, where you can create a co-working space for the students, they can be brainstormings, they can be common whiteboard, which can be there, notes can be put up by each students, and then all that analysis we used to do on our own. Now analysis will be done by automatically. So you tell your students to put the activity in place, rest, the report will be generated by AI. So all those things you can be there in the form of different forms. The biography activity can be given, or the before and after comparison, brainstorming board or bookshelf. There are so many things which can be explored, and that will depend upon your comfort level and your different subject specific requirement. This is my favorite. Canva is something I will advocate. I personally use its professional version as well. All my now posters are being created in Canva, and there also the image creation and the whiteboard and all. So here also the whiteboard has the feature where the analysis can be done just on one click. It will rearrange all the thoughts that those many students have given this answer and this. If you make 3 headings, then all that can be done. There is one tool which is QueryPod, where teachers simply type in a topic and you can generate lesson with text, images, polls, open-ended responses. So this is something again like a learning management system. This is another learning management system. EduAid I mentioned, I think earlier also. So this is one example I am showing you. I tried with the climate change and air pollution everywhere. So it gave me what are the objectives, and then what all activities, what all keywords. So it gives everything in a very structured format. Now coming to one demonstration which I will like to give is Teachermatic. This is quite a robust and well used learning management system in entire UK and as well as Wales and Ireland. Uh, 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 all the part of the United Kingdom. And we have a collaboration. We have already conducted many webinars. So this particular LMS, I could get actually license, although it is quite costly. So let me take you here so that you get idea of what all can be done with the help of technology. So if not immediately, some can be immediately used, but you should have idea. And that's why webinars are intended to give you awareness. So yeah, I'm already logged in here. So let me go to generators. There is something called as generators. It's a full AI-based learning management system. So now coming here, can you see there is a lesson plan? So if you want to generate lesson plan, I'll just click on this. I will give the lesson title. I'll keep on the same thing, climate change. You can vary anything. So it's a live demo I'm giving you. What is the length of the lesson? If you want to prepare it for 1 hour class, then 60 minutes. What are the skills focusing you want to have? Can you look at employability of the students? I can also write like communication skills. Now here you try to integrate the generic learning outcomes with this. So communication skills, etc. And Bloom's taxonomy, see, all your knowledge, you want to have only knowledge, or let us say something which is application or analysis. Let me click analysis. You can then click permutation combination and say generate. Yeah, here it comes. The entire lesson plan for you. Let us have a look. So the learning objectives. differentiation with basic learning needs को कैसा चाहिए and advanced learning needs. It's differentiating both the type of learners. Then what introduction you will give? What will you explain? And that time, along with the time, in 10 minutes, this is there. Then explore, analyze, distinguish between this, subdivide, linking the climate change and air, how that contributes, break down the mechanism, human impact on health. I have not told the human impact there part. Employability and communication skills, how will you develop that? Infer the relevance of understanding this, such as these fields. Diagram how effective communication skill can be utilized to raise awareness. Some activity can be given, separate the students into groups, assign each group a specific pollution issue, and then they can compare and analyze the different. So we took it at the analysis level. And then you do the summary and discussion. Wow. And then you can export it as PDF or Microsoft Word doc and keep it as a record for your NAC and all coming. You have it ready. Okay, let's go further. So now there are so many features actually, but I'll like to show you some, like let's create some multiple choice question. It will also create PowerPoint presentation. So I'll go to multiple choice question. So you can upload a file, any file that you already have as notes. So let me try doing that. I think I have one, this climate change sample I have kept. I'll upload this. And the keywords I want to give is, say, let's say health, then maybe some cancer also, and global issues, and say number of questions 10. Complexity level you want to have high or you want to drag it in between. Fine. Generate. Yeah, here are the 10 questions along with the answers. So with these tools, now can we not do the formative assessments in every class, and it can be converted into the games like Kahoot or Quiz Wizard type of thing. So close. Let us see learning activities. This again we are missing on what learning activities to be given. Again, you can upload some file. Based on that, it can give you learning activities, or you can define let me again change the climate change and air pollution. I'll also say SDGs. Okay, so let's say generate. Okay, so here are the learning activities. Pictures or cards representing these that learn, and then divide the class into 4 to 5. You can have different areas given and then explain how on different areas it can be. So try exploring on your own subject. I just chose a general topic so that all will be understanding, not a chemistry one. There is also a rubric generated. This is something again we are juggling as teachers. Again, let me use the same term. I'll say some field widget project on analysis of climate change and its health impact. Fine. Performance indicators, you can go into those details. I'll just directly start without that. You want to have it in bullet points or you want to have it in table form, that can be done. Yeah, here it is. So what the criteria research, you can put up the students into these levels, analysis, what recommendations they are giving. So how they have organized their particular presentation or the entire project, whether they have the clarity or not. So rubrics is just a play thing now for all of us, and it can be glossary can be created, FAQs, ask an expert, analogy maker. This is again something good, that thing, in order to explain any concept, like let's write equilibrium. So although it's like a chemistry concept, but let us see what, let's say take two analogies and say generate. What analogies we can use in the class to explain? Okay, finding equilibrium is like balancing on a tightrope, where one wrong move can send you tumbling out of the balance. Achieving equilibrium is like a seesaw. So you can relate the equilibrium process in chemistry with as much simple things like seesaw or on a tightrope, or ab isko dalo, visuals bana lo, and maybe you can also create a video, and then your part is. So you have to be now using these tools to be creative yourself around the outcome based education. What all can be added, what all assignment can be given, what all notes, see everything, mentoring prompts which have to be given. If you want to make some newsletter items or invitation, there's so many things which are there. Project planning is there, and analysis of the submission and all. So I thought I will share this particular document, this particular software with you. And now let me just go back for some more slides in my presentation, and then I will stop for question answers. So this is actually, now you have to think that how we can have these missing elements, the generic learning outcomes. So design projects with these type of things input. It will create something around that. And I got a special offer for, but it will be only realized once you, at least 100 of you forthcome and take it. So if you and your friends are interested in buy, including me, I will fill up this form and buy. Otherwise, it is 180 GBP per year license, the full version, professional version. They are giving us at a price of 40 GBP, provided we are 100. So they give it as an institutional offer, but then I thought, let me make it for entire community of teachers. As individuals, if we have to take the 40 GBP will be around 4,000 for the entire year, and any number of lesson plans and everything can be created. Those who are interested, they can fill up. There's no payment required right now. Once I get the number which is crossing 100, then only we will be able to get this. So this is just for the demo I got for 1 week. I took it that, yes, let us explore the features, and you can do the trial version is there, and many of the features are there. You go, if you are convinced, then we can go and ask this particular professional version cost and in a discounted price, but only if we cross 100 number. Now coming to how AI can improve a teacher's job, obviously it will help us in taking the personalized learning for our students. It is going to increase our own productivity and efficiency. I think this is now you will be convinced. And creating and supplementing the content for our blended learning is something which will be now a matter of game for all of us, rather than we all dreading, अरे इतना लंबा वीडियो कैसे बनाएंगे, और ये क्या होगा, कैसे स्टोरी बोर्ड क्या करेंगे, कहाँ से टेक्निकल टीम आएगी. So all those things are now past things, and we can create ideas and all combination you can decide. So combine your human touch. I will say, don't take these as such. You can be more creative in getting better results if you put your creativity and innovation inside as prompts. And also, once whatever result you are getting, you should be analyzing it before giving to your students with your human angle. That is something which is very, very important. And this is where the human angle is. We can even create presentation which cannot be created by AI, like these, where I want to explain my equation in this way. So it was difficult. I tried, but I could not get any AI for making slides like this, or where I can go into interactive 3D type of tools, or something where our board also, the interactive board, keep some segment of that also, whatever way we have been explaining on board. So that also can be integrated. So it's a mix and match with very automated type of things and a fast production for our classroom. So you can create smart content for existing standard frameworks. And yes, I am going to share a good news that on the basis of 4-quadrant format, which is there for e-content and books, where are 5 API, I will offer now this teacher's e-kit to be filled up with the AI content, AI generated content at some placeholders. Some will be the plagiarism checking part, but rest, what all case studies and all can be given, we can really make this more interesting. But only after your human intervention, it has to be submitted that yes, as per your level of learners, this is something of right way, then we can take it further for those who are interested. So gradually all these tools will prepare us for delivering the AI driven personalized learning, and it is going to be a really exciting time ahead of all of us who are in service. And but at the end, I will like to mention that in order to embracing these tools, be a good human. Please be a good human when using AI products, and don't use them to create any harmful content. And as per the international norms, it is strictly prohibited to use the AI products to mislead anyone that the content generated by AI products is human generated. So you should mention. You have seen the video where it is written AI video / Vimal. So Vimal created, but it has been created from AI. So don't try to crop that. Be honest that yes, this is something created by AI. Do not provide any medical advice or any content regarding the treatment, prevention, diagnosis, or transmission of disease. Do not provide any legal or financial advice. Generate political content. Do not generate any political content. Do not generate source code. Do not generate spam, ransom, keyloggers, virus, or softwares. Do not generate any nudity or shocking content, including obscene gestures or any other similar, even if you're dealing in medical or forensic type of subject domain. Do not generate or disseminate information to be used for administration of justice or other legal purposes, and do not implement fully automated decision making. You cannot take a decision just on the basis of any AI software giving. Please do your human interventions. And in the light of all this future which is here, institutions need to change their policies for providing support to teachers to embrace AI tools. The AI tools are paid, but can we use the library funds to prepare our teachers to embrace these tools? So go and ask your administrator, let us do that policy change. The books which are not getting utilized, still we are keeping on buying, and the termites and all, they will just spoil them. Now is the digital age, and now is the AI age, where we need these to empower us and to empower our classroom and brother. So at the end, I will just stop with this quote. The first step towards change is awareness. The second step is acceptance. And I will add, the third change is learn around these. So the awareness we have given through this webinar, you have to accept. And if you accept, we are there to co-learn together with your inputs. So thank you so much. And any questions, I am here. And our FDP, which is on, I will again share the screen, which is, so these FDP will be going into many of these hands-on. We'll guide you step by step how it has to be done. So still there are some seats left. This will be a limited batch. And if any institution want to come with all the teachers, then they can be a separate group made. But direct entry, we'll have limited seats already. Around 60% seats are filled. So you can hurry up. So this is something, and there will also be a chance that we will be having one international session also in this, where you can have the provision of getting this upgraded into international FDP, and the certificate will be given directly by NPTC based on the nominal cost, which I have to still finalize with them. So if it is agreeable, you can upgrade. Otherwise, with the national FDP, you can take this further with the AI tool. And this NEP sensitization orientation program, again, we have the open registration. So with these words, thank you so much. And any questions? We are there. Hope Professor Bakshi is also here. Sir, are you there? Or so any questions? Let's take the questions now. Hope all of you are excited with this these type of exciting tools now which we can use. It will help us automate so much. So please, you can unmute and ask your questions. Shrutika and my team, you can make a provision of unmuting. Please raise your hands and one by one you can ask your question.
First of all, thank you very much, ma'am. I'm Dr. Sally Rix. Thank you so much for this enlightening session. And I just can't wait to get enrolled for that course that you're planning to present for us.
Thank you. Thank you. Look forward to have you in that batch. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm Krishna Gupta. Ma'am, I just want, ma'am, there are various tools you have talked about for the teaching purpose. So my question is that because if every teacher will, when we use these tools, so just a minute. So in such case, if they will generate the same type of question or same type of lesson, so how we can make a different, how the variation will come?
First of all, for the same syllabus, you have to go towards outcome-based education implementation. We have not been able to do that now. Those challenges will be met with this. And when you are taking that, you take it as an idea and then try to add your flavor. Who is stopping that? These are enabling.
Okay.
They're empowering tools.
We have to input our creativity and thinking also along with the AI.
Yes, yeah. And also the way, if the same tool I am using and you are using for the same topic, we will get different results because the input which will go from your end.
Yeah, the data what we will provide.
Yes.
The data what we are providing.
And
I'm just asking for the plagiarism for the writing purpose, general writing purpose.
I told you in the last slide, it was clearly mentioned, don't put that this content has been generated by you. Do mention that it has been generated with the use of these particular AI tools.
Fine. Thank you.
Yes, any other question?
Ma'am, may I ask one question?
Yes, please.
Ma'am, actually, I'm a pediatric surgeon. There are several surgeries or treatments which are controversial. Suppose I have to deliver some lecture which I am not very sure about, or I have to prepare some slides where these controversial treatments or medicines which actually are not working, they have to be also named. And because we know that whatever is being given by the AI tools, that is in a way dependent on the data which it has. And we have several papers which are controversial papers which are not authentic. So we can these tools can come up with papers which can miscode these drugs to be beneficial wherein they are not beneficial. So suppose we have to deliver something and we are not sure about that particular thing. How can we be sure? Because we can commit mistakes while delivering. And drugs are only one thing. Several other similar scenarios can be there. So how can we deal with that?
See, first of all, I think if we are teachers in any particular expert domain, we should have our expertise and we should try to improve upon that based on the latest authentic research or documents coming. That is number one, which is not a deniable thing. And in my last slides, I mentioned about the ethics and how the human intervention has to be there. So our role becomes even more important, that these may be giving you, you are curating all this content, which is text, or it is video, or it is visuals. But then which information can be really shared and not shared? We have to use our human wisdom. And there was also a line, no legal advice, no medical advice is to be given. So please, we have to be cautious about that.
Yes,
And we have to be experts in our subject, and we have to cross-check that. So yes, we have to embrace it is helping. But once the MCQs are generated in 1 minute, I will put 10 minutes to cross-check them. And then and only then I will give it to the students.
Ma'am, actually, I asked this because there are several medicines and several therapies which we actually we also can't be very sure that they will be working. There is a element of suspicion in that also. So how they are actually dealing with those things, that is my question, ma'am.
So
So
information har jagah hai.
uh,
Either you are taking information from the books, or you are talking to your senior experts, or you are taking it from the Google search, or you are taking it from now this. So
okay,
that's why
thank you,
I
ma'am.
said the human intervention is very, very. So wherever you think that these areas can be dangerous, do not use this, please.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Any other query? Meanwhile, Professor Bakshi sir, you like to say anything?
No, I think already a lot has been said. Only thing which, the purpose of this webinar was the immense potential artificial intelligence has in all sectors, including education. But as it has been mentioned, and I am again repeating it, that a lot depends on the data, as some people have also pointed out. So don't take everything blindly, because if you do that, then you may be proved blind. So you should avoid that and use your own, knowledge, your expertise to find out whether that is correct or not. As I was hearing the discussion with the Dr. Saab, so all those problems will be there. Because if the data is faulty, you are likely to get incorrect conclusions, which may not be correct, but then that those are always the limitations with the machines, that we have to be always prepared. So whether it is the data, whether it is the algorithm, or whether it is the human intervention, all these can play havoc with artificial intelligence. That is why, the governments are trying to come out with regulations to control the working of the AI systems. Let's see how do they work. But these will always be the challenges for us. That's all what I would like to say.
Thank you so much, sir. And the feedback link is there for all of you in the Zoom chat as well as on the screen. You can take this QR code, click, and then go to the feedback link. We'll be looking forward to your feedbacks. And so with this, any more questions if they are there? I think we should make a tool where after attending some session, the teachers can use for asking questions.
Ma'am, I am afraid to use this tool, AI tools that you are sharing. I may not caught up in plagiarism, in research proposal planning and all
See,
the research proposal.
I told that do not publish this with your name. These are the tools which you can use in the classroom teaching. And in classroom teaching, it is all allowed. Okay, so there it is. We are preparing our students for the existing content and all. So that comes under fair use guidelines. So these tools have been made so that the existing content can be curated and given to you in a structured format as required by the various pedagogies and the outcome-based education. But do not write a research article and then publish it in your name with this. Then obviously it will be serious issue. And this is what we have to also learn. Our students, if they are doing some assignments using this, once we start using, we'll be able to know this has been created from AI or it is a human touch which is coming.
Hello, madam.
Yes, please. Yeah, Dr. Nirmal.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Professor Bakshi sir, Professor Vimal madam. And today, really, you have shown very enlightening path where now the ball is in our court, in the court of we teacher. How we are using it in the classroom, that matters. So, really thankful to you and your team for exploring this future of education using AI. Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, Bakshi sir, yeah, yes, Dr. Sonu, please. You are not audible. Can you unmute again, Dr. Sonu? You'll have to unmute, please.
Hello.
Yeah, please. Now you are audible.
तो विमल मैम बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपको कि इस तरह का वेबिनार आपने करवाया। एआई को मैंने आज अच्छे तरीके से समझ पाया बख्शी सर के द्वारा। मैं कोई शोधार्थी तो नहीं हूँ, मैं विद्यार्थी हूँ। किसी तरह मुझे लिंक मिला क्योंकि मैं ग्रुप में भी हूँ, काफी सारे कार्यक्रम होते रहते हैं और बख्शी सर को से मैं अवगत हूँ। कोरोना काल से ही सर से मैंने बहुत कुछ सीखा है और जाना भी है। तो बख्शी सर को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद क्योंकि आज सर ने बहुत अच्छी जानकारी एआई से संबंधित दी है। मैं भी इस चीज को समझ पाया। बहुत बहुत आभार सर। मैं पटना बिहार से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ और हिंदी पत्रकारिता और जनसंचार का विद्यार्थी रहा हूँ। मैं उत्तीर्ण हो चुका हूँ सर। धन्यवाद।
चलिए, बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे मिलके। और अगर एक नॉन एकेडमिक पर्सन को भी अगर ये समझ आ गई हैं चीजें, तो आई थिंक हमारा उद्देश्य पूरा होता है इस वेबिनार को करने का। थैंक यू। आप क्या किसी उसके लिए लिखते हैं, मैगजीन वगैरह के लिए लिखते हैं, क्या करते हैं, न्यूज़पेपर? आपने जर्नलिस्ट लिखा हुआ है ना?
अभी मैं फ्रीलांसर के तौर पर कार्य कर रहा हूँ और मैं लिखता हूँ कहीं वेबसाइट में या कहीं खबर होगी तो मैं लगाकर मैं भेज दूंगा। संपर्क सूत्र नंबर है, मैं संपर्क कर भी लूंगा।
हाँ, आप मेरे से संपर्क कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, या चलिए, थैंक यू। थैंक यू। एनीवन एल्स?
Good evening, ma'am.
हाँ जी, आप प्लीज बताइए।
Myself, Dr. Amit Sangwan from Haryana, Chaudhary Devlala University, Haryana, and I am heading the Department of Journalism Mass Communication.
Okay.
And I am using the ChatGPT and literally Gemini for the press release, for preparing the press release for our university, ma'am.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask a question that you have done an image of chemistry lab. In which software you have prepared that software or app?
मैंने डाला था इसमें स्लाइड में, मेरे
Yes,
को
ma'am.
देखना चलना क्योंकि इतने सारे हैं।
Okay.
आई थिंक वो उसका कैनवा का एक पार्ट है।
Canva. Okay, okay, ma'am.
कैनवा
Thank you,
के
ma'am.
अंदर ही है इमेज जनरेटर विद
Okay,
टेक्स्ट
ma'am.
प्रॉम्प्ट, सो यू कैन एक्सप्लोर दैट। और अगर नहीं मिलता है तो यू कैन
Ma'am.
मैसेज मी, आई विल
Okay,
हेल्प
ma'am.
यू आउट।
Ma'am, in one more question, which is the best according to you, ChatGPT or Gemini?
नहीं, हमने दोनों ने पहले बोल दिया, हम एक्सपर्ट नहीं है, हम भी आपकी तरह ही हैं।
Okay,
जस्ट एक्सप्लोर करके अपनी, वी बिलीव इन को लर्निंग। ठीक है,
okay, ma'am.
तो हम हमारे दोनों का ही, प्रोफेसर बख्शी सर का भी आज पहला ही लेक्चर था इस फील्ड में और मेरा भी, लेकिन हम काफी टाइम से, मैं थोड़ा यूके टीम के साथ इंटरेक्ट कर रही हूँ, वहां से मैं कुछ लर्निंग मेरी चलते हैं सेशंस, और बाद में मैं खुद भी कुछ टूल्स एक्सप्लोर कर रही हूँ। तो ये उसी का एमलगमेशन, बाकी बहुत सारे वो हैं। जस्ट मेरे को
Okay.
आइडिया ये देना था कि भाई ये टूल्स इस चीज डायरेक्ट आप टेक्स्ट कर सकते हो, टेक्स्ट से ऑडियो कन्वर्ट कर सकते हो, ट्रांसलेट कर सकते हो, पिक्चर्स बना सकते हो, आप वीडियो बना सकते हो, आप उसको लर्निंग मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम में जो हमारी आउटकम बेस्ड एजुकेशन की एक्टिविटीज बना सकते हो। तो आइडिया ये था कि ये सारी चीजें एआई टूल्स अवेलेबल हैं। अब एक बार आपको मिल गया और थोड़ी बहुत टेक्नोलॉजी आती है, यू कैन स्टार्ट प्रैक्टिसिंग।
हम भी मैम स्टूडेंट से ज्यादा सीखते हैं, दे आर मोर टेक्नोलॉजी देन अस।
सो मेन चीज है, जब तक हमें पता नहीं होता है तो उस डायरेक्शन में हम जाते ही नहीं है। तो मेन आइडिया ऑफ दिस वेबिनार वाज टू टेक ऑल आवर कोलीग्स टुगेदर। और तभी देखो ना, अब डिजिटल उससे तो इट इज प्रोवाइडिंग इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटीज। अब कुछ ऐसा नहीं रहा कि बाहर देश के कंट्रीज में कुछ ज्यादा हो रहा है और यहाँ पे कम हो रहा है। वी आर ऑल टेकिंग सेम पेस। और यही हमारे यहाँ पे भी जो डिफरेंट लेयर्स ऑफ वो है, कहीं रूरल एरियाज हैं, कहीं ट्राइबल एरियाज हैं, तो जैसे जैसे एक्सेस डिवाइसेस पहुंचेंगी, आई एम श्योर ऑल दिस विल बी इक्वलाइजर टेक्नोलॉजी rather than creating differences.
थैंक्स अ लॉट मैम।
थैंक यू प्लीज।
मैम नमस्कार।
हाँ डॉक्टर श्री रजनी, प्लीज बताइए।
मैं केरला से हूँ। केरला में हिंदी की टीचर हूँ कॉलेज में। तो ये आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस मैम हम लोग हिंदी में भी बहुत सारा इसमें यूज कर सकते हैं हिंदी लैंग्वेज के लिए।
हिंदी में कुछ टूल्स हैं जिसमें ट्रांसलेशन हो जाती है। तो आप पहले ट्रांसलेशन वाला टूल पकड़ लो, और इतनी इंग्लिश तो आती है, उससे क्रिएट करके और फिर आप ट्रांसलेट करके दो। दैट कैन बी अ वाया मीडिया। बट आई एम श्योर जैसे कुछ इंडियन कंपनीज भी कुछ इस तरफ डायरेक्शन में काम कर रही हैं, तो देयर विल बी सम सॉल्यूशन जिसमें डायरेक्टली ही वो मिल जाएगा। और एआईसीटी का एक टूल है जिसमें सारी इंडियन लैंग्वेजेस में ट्रांसलेट हो जाता है। सो एज पर you can then do that translation. That's how I think it can be used. Thank you so much.
हेलो मैम। हेलो।
हाँ यार डॉक्टर शांता।
मैम मुझे पूछना था, मैंने एक यूडेमी में कोर्स किया था इस पे कि एक स्टोरी बना करके उन्होंने हमें बताया था कि ई किंडल बुक्स जो होते हैं अमेजन या ई किंडल में आप पब्लिश कर सकते हो through AI. You can just have write a book and you can publish it in e-Kindle or Amazon.
I cannot comment on that because as per मेरी understanding तो यही है जो मैंने जितना explore किया, and I have shown you the documentary evidence. So we should not be publishing it in our name. If you are doing, then you do mention that it has been done with the help of so many tools जो आपने use किए हैं किस किस part के लिए. That will be the honest way. Otherwise
क्रिएटिव इंस्पिरेशन तो ले सकते हैं मैडम।
हाँ वो ले सकते हैं। और उसमें ये क्या है, किंडल में ऑटोमेटिक पब्लिशिंग हो जाती है इन टर्म्स ऑफ द एंटायर प्रूफ रीडिंग एंड डिजाइनिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, दैट इज टेकन केयर. सो इट्स अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ डिफरेंट सॉफ्टवेयर्स, वन हैज टू बी अवेयर एंड देन स्टार्ट डूइंग दैट. मैं तो बोल रही हूँ मेरी टीचर्स ई किट बनाई है, हर सब्जेक्ट में हर टीचर को क्या क्या चाहिए ये टूल से यूज करके बनाओ, एंड वी कैन टेक इट फर्दर.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
So I think no more questions now, and we can close for the day. Bakshi sir, आप हैं यहाँ पे अभी? Okay, so I think it has been really great core learning experience. और हमें भी आपके feedback चाहिए. Please do give us the feedback so that we will be able to take it further from here, try to improve ourselves further, and try to learn also. And you also try to learn from all the various events that we keep on conducting, or now Ministry of Education has so many centers where you can keep a watch of these type of activities coming. And let me just take you further. So once again, let me share the reminder with you that still some seats are left for this FDP. And this FDP we are starting on 15th March. The NEP sensitization 4 batches, April 2 batches and 2 May batches, the registration is open, and this NEP program is completely free. I am looking forward to your collaboration. You please spread the message across to your colleagues. And at the end, I will like to say thanks to, first of all, Professor Bakshi sir for delivering such an enlightening session. And still those who have not registered, they can register and fill the feedback link. There is many requests coming up. We will keep this particular webinar available on YouTube, and you can watch. And for till next week, next Sunday, you can watch
Ma'am,
this,
excuse me.
register, and
Ma'am.
give the
Could you
feedback.
please?
Yes,
Excuse
please.
me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Could you please share the PPT in the group, WhatsApp group? Your PPT.
No, the PPT will not be shared. Please try to understand it is our hard work that we have gone through and compiled all this information in a unique way. You should appreciate that. But
okay.
this video for 1 week, we will make it available on YouTube so that I will share with you. So those who still want to register and get the certification, the nominal payment has to be done along with filling the registration form as well as the feedback link for this very particular webinar. And thanks to all of you, and thanks to entire team of SGTB Khalsa College, especially my entire.
Excuse me, ma'am, please share your email ID with us.
It's not there. Then it will not be there for the YouTube. Let me just type it out. So this is the email ID which will have, let me. Of office. It is TLC workshop @tlc-khalsa.in. Fine. Along
Thank
with,
you,
you can, if you are not able to get hold of this, let me just, this is. And you can put CC to me, which is just my name, Vimal Rar, RARH, @gmail.com. Fine. So
Thank
this,
you. Thank you.
these two are the.
Good evening, ma'am. Can I one more question, please?
Yeah, please.
Actually, ma'am, I also a Hindi lecturer, a Hindi assistant professor.
हाँ जी, बोलिए.
और मेरा ये क्वेश्चन था कि हिंदी लैंग्वेज के साथ कैसे इंटीग्रेशन होगा ये
मैंने अभी
कोर्स?
एक और ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था, तो आप पहले थोड़ा सा इंग्लिश के टूल्स यूज करो, बिकॉज जो बाहर के हैं दे आर बेसिकली मेनली मेकिंग इन इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज ओनली, although there are some Spanish, German and all, but वो हमारे इतने काम नहीं आएंगे. So what you can do is the English version, you create the lesson plan and all, and there will be translation tools. तो translate करके then you can use it for your own language. Fine. So
मैम मैं ऐड करना चाहूंगा, चैट जीपीटी और जेमिनी के अंदर हिंदी का भी हो जाता है, ऑटोमेटिक
हाँ, चैट
ट्रांसलेट कर देते
जीपीटी में हो जाता है, उसमें ट्रांसलेट भी हो जाता है, एंड देन दैट इज व्हाट यू कैन यूज. सो डिफरेंट परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन आप लोगे तो आई एम श्योर, बट मेन चीज है शुरुआत करने वाली बात है, तो वो शुरुआत करेंगे तो यू विल कीप ऑन एक्सप्लोरिंग एंड लर्निंग मोर.
ओके, एक्सक्यूज मी मैम, वन मोर कि फ्यूचर में स्कोप कैसे होगा इसका, अगर हम फ्यूचर में देखें?
फ्यूचर का स्कोप तो मेरे ख्याल से आप पीछे 20 साल पहले देखो जब मोबाइल फोन्स आए थे
जी,
तो अब जो, और यहाँ पे ऑन द लाइटर नोट आई विल से देयर आर सम मूवीज आल्सो एंड सीरियल्स जिसमें एआई के ऊपर. वन आई रियली वाज वाचिंग लास्ट मंथ, धीरे धीरे देखती हूँ पूरा एक साथ तो दिन में. इट वाज लाइक बेटर देन ह्यूमंस. दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन अ एआई रोबोट जो एक फैमिली में आता है, एंड देन हाउ दैट फीमेल रोबोट tries to even learn the emotional quotient. So yes, it is something, maybe it is in store, but this is really futuristic. तो अगर future का view देखना है तो you can watch that particular serial, those who are interested. So with these words, I think let's stop for today. All of you have been wonderful audience. Thank you so much. And so just the feedback link once again. And I will now request all of you to please raise in the honor of our national anthem.
जनगण मन जय भारत भाग्य विधाता. पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा.
विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
तो थैंक यू सो मच। और एक बात मैं बता दूं, ये जो हमारा FDP हो रहा है इसमें होली वाली ड्यूरेशन के ऑफ देंगे, छुट्टी होगी, सो यू कैन सेलिब्रेट द होली आल्सो इन बिटवीन फॉर दोज हु डू द सेलिब्रेशन, सो डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट एंड विल गिव यू एम्पल टाइम फॉर कंप्लीशन। जिसका 1 हफ्ते में नहीं होगा उसको 2 हफ्ते तक भी, 3 हफ्ते तक भी हम देंगे एंड अकॉर्डिंगली डिफरेंट बैचेस वी कैन।
मैडम चार्जेस क्या है उसके FDP के?
उसके 1100 रुपए हैं।
1100।
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So the details are there in poster, and if you have registered, I think you'll be getting the poster if you are in WhatsApp group as well. So thank you so much, and have a very nice day and evening and good night along with your family and friends wherever you are, and wish you to see you in any of our future programs. And the future of AI is here. Let's all try to work towards making it a reality in a very, very positive way and prepare our students also towards the ethical manners around that. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
थैंक यू मैम, बहुत अच्छा लगा। और आगे भी इस तरह का कार्यक्रम
Thank
हो
you,
तो
ma'am.
अवश्य विमल मैम। और मैं
Thank you, ma'am.
बिल्कुल जुड़ना चाहूंगा, और मुझे अचानक
Very
इसकी
good
जानकारी
session.
मिल पाई, मैं तो जुड़ गया
Thank you,
था, मगर
madam.
आगे भी
Thanks, ma'am. It's lot a knowledgeable session.
Thank you so much.
मैडम
Madam,
फीडबैक
Baki
लिंक
will receive the certificate, madam.
व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे शेयर कीजिए,
हाँ,
फीडबैक
WhatsApp
लिंक।
ग्रुप में शेयर कर देंगे आप FTP की
हाँ
डिटेल्स।
ओके, थैंक
Madam, you
यू।
will receive the certificate tomorrow.
सर्टिफिकेट के लिए 3-4 दिन दीजिए, my team will send you. Fine, you will get it in mails.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Please share the feedback link in WhatsApp group, ma'am.
हाँ, वो भी शेयर करो थे। श्रुतिका और अंकित, who is here? Do it right now. I'll ensure that. Don't
Done,
worry.
ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Bye-bye. Thank you.